And there you go. Ah, okay. God damn. I got some caught in my throat. Holy shit. Um, hey, good morning to everybody. Yeah, we're late again. Fuck it. We're doing it live. And I thought I'd play a couple of covers that I kind of fancy. The first one is Typo Negative covering Seals and Croft, doing Summer Breeze, which honestly I kind of like Typo Negative's version better. And then we followed up with Iron Maiden covering Jethro Tull, doing their version of Cross-Eyed Mary. Pretty interesting. What do you think, Kadun?
I think I need a nap.
Aw. Was
I try
today?
not to think. Well, let's be honest here. I try not to think. It's just safer for everybody.
By the way, what'd you think of the new opening screen?
I like it. I like it a lot. Um, I would have done like one of the memes or something. Hold on.
One of the memes?
Have you seen those memes like what would you tempt? Or what would the nightmare or the it monster offer you? And then it's like Insomnia Ramble Stream would have been like a good quote unquote temptation to get you to go
No.
down. But I like the one you did too.
Oh. Just a quick answer. Space Force Commander. That was Iron Maiden covering Jethro Tull, doing Cross-Eyed Mary. I almost did Disturbed doing Sound of Silence, but I figured probably, well, most people probably never heard the cover of Cross-Eyed Mary. And that's well, there's a good reason for it because they released it on an EP. It, this was back in the day when albums were a thing. I guess they're coming back to being a thing now, but yeah, they released it as they released it. Actually, I got it because I bought the picture disc of I I believe it was Peace of Mind. And it had that on there as an extra track. And I don't know anybody but besides myself who actually carried that thing for a while. Because they're like, have you heard, I'd be like, have you heard this? And they're like, no. Where the fuck's that from? My magical picture disc, which, if anybody ever did the picture disc thing, you would know it is the shittiest quality of a vinyl album because what they do is they take and they press a picture over clear vinyl, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it has a tendency to bubble up or something, but it always had the tendency of skipping, warping, skipping. It was all shit. I mean, I know they did gimmicks back in the day where they had, where they would press it in different color vinyl, like red or blue. I know my mom, one of her favorite ones was she had a copy of Elvis's Moody Blue, and the vinyl was blue. And she liked that one a lot. She liked it a lot.
A lot.
Like it a lot. No, I'm gonna guess. Well, here, wait a minute. You know what? I'll do a no context tweet before we do a no context tweet.
Oh, okay.
Um, every 4 weeks should be doing a no context tweet, I will say.
Oh,
Uh,
screw it. We can do whenever.
Here is, yeah, I'm going to no context tweet the album that I used to have.
Mm,
And load, you son of a bitch. There you go. Okay. So we're starting out the no context tweet.
dun, dun, dun,
Starting off in style. But yeah, I was like, man, we're showing the same old opening screens over and over again. And there was a time where I just had a burst where I made like 12 opening screens in like 3 days. And I hadn't done that for a while. So I said, let's make one. By the way, this is actually, you want to talk about compositing? This is actually a poster for The Last Action Hero. And I put Pennywise's head on Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then I used to have a shirt that said "Can't sleep, clowns will eat me."
mm-hmm.
So that's why I put that on the ticket.
It reminds me of the Simpsons thing.
Well, yeah, I had a shirt about that before the Simpsons did that Treehouse of Terror thing, and I'm like, wow, somebody owes somebody money. But then again, okay, I'll admit it, I bought that shirt at Hot Topic, but it was on
Back when
clearance.
Hot Topic was still cool.
Yeah, because this was what, late '80s, maybe. No, wait, no, late '90s. It had to be late '90s. I guess
It wasn't cool in late 90s. Well, it was still a little cool in late 90s. Like once it hit like the 2000s, that's when it started to like decline into the shit it was now.
Well, I had a friend who was a manager there, and she would call me and say, "Hey, listen, the clearance sale's coming up." So that's where I got my. It's a jacket that I literally wore until the seams came undone on it. It was a Boondock Saints jacket, and it had Acquiesce and Veritas down the sleeves, and then on the back it just had the Boondock Saints logo.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that movie until I saw how much of an asshole that director was. I still like the movie, and he's still an asshole, but I'm still okay with it. Although, jacket, R.I.P. I did get a Fantastic Four jacket though, a zip-up hoodie, and it's basically when you put it on, it makes it look like the rocks of the Thing. I don't know how familiar you are with Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Because like nobody goes to see those movies. Wait a minute. You know what? Before we even flip the screen, I'll do another no context tweet. And it's funny because it kind of, because of how it zips, it kind of gives me more of a gut than I actually have. But there we go. There's a no context tweet. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with the no context tweets, that's not a problem. You don't have to find me on Twitter because you can't find me anyway. I've been shadow banned. But there's a link. There's a link right down there. And that descriptor thing. That'll take you directly to my Twitters. And then you can take a look at all the no context tweets. And if Kadant does any no context tweets, well, her Twitter is down there as well. So you can find that shit. Right, quick and proper.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna fight it right now. I'm just
To take a look at the Thing hoodie.
yeah.
See, I thought it would have been cooler. I mean, it is just a hoodie, but it would have been cool had they made the hoodie like a little bit lower. Because like the Deadpool hoodie, oh fuck, they got a Fantastic Four hoodie. I want that fucking thing. That is awesome. I like that shit. I know they got a Doctor Doom hoodie too. And I really would have gone for one of those, but I heard they carried them at fucking Walmart, of all places.
That wouldn't surprise me. I'd gotten myself a Deadpool hoodie from Walmart.
Was that the one where it zipped all the way up to where you had the mask too?
Yup.
Yeah, I'd have been good with that one too. But then again, once Deadpool got hip, I would seem more like a doofus because I would have
See,
worn it, before.
see, my thing was, I got stupid excited because there wouldn't have been a Deadpool hoodie until after the movie. For the
No,
pure and simple fact that finding Deadpool stuff prior to the movie was like near impossible. Like it was so difficult to find like Deadpool stuff, and I only know this because I used to always hunt for it.
can
And
I
now, huh?
can I share this with you?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know what place actually carried Deadpool merchandise before the movie?
What place?
Hot Topic.
Okay, no, they didn't start really carrying stuff until after the movie was announced.
No, they did. They because like my friend, remember I was saying she was a manager? She called and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "You won't believe it. We got Deadpool merch." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Because it was the one where he was riding the unicorn, firing the gun with the rainbow.
Yeah, nope, that was still around the movie. That was still around the time of the movie
Mm.
because that was fan art.
It came out. It came out before the movie. They were Hot Topic got stuff in like early before, so they had it when it hit or bombed.
Yeah. No, they had it just before the movie, yeah, but that was still like they'd been talking about trying to do this movie for years. And then when the fake when the one scene was done in nothing but CGI,
Yeah.
which wound up more or less making it into the movie except with some live action moments as well. Um, that's that's when they started pushing out the more of the merch because people were like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome. This looks funny. This looks amazing." And then some of us people who were actually knew who the fuck Deadpool was beforehand got stupid excited and all the merch started coming out and it is all only because of the movie. It is only because of the movie.
Yeah, when they went into production, Hot Topic
Mm-hmm.
got merch.
Yep, but they would not have had that merch if it wasn't for the movie.
I will not disagree with that.
Yeah. I
Uh,
am
oh
I
man,
am
I tell you what.
racking my brain.
Okay.
Um, cause I'm trying to do a thing and I can't think.
I am so not paying $50. I don't have $50, but I'm so not paying $50 for a Doctor Doom hoodie that's been used already. And it's funny because the ones that are on eBay are incomplete because to attach the cape, it's got these little buttons on it with the chain that goes between them, and all of these are
Mm-hmm.
missing those buttons and the chain. So fuck them, bitches. Okay, hey, let's say some good morning, shall we?
Oh yeah, huh. We have to do it early so it's not overloading us.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's gonna be fuckery going on. Um, let's go ahead and say good morning, Gulf City Outlaw. Good morning, Armchair Professor. Good morning, Victor Rand. Good morning, Grant Sanford. Good morning, Buzz of the Hive. Good morning, one of our immortals, Turish. Good morning, Pinoid News. Good morning, Space Force Commander. Good morning, Brad Young. Good morning, Ghost Dog 999, another one of our immortals. Good morning, Brad Young. Good morning, Sir Adamantine, and I'll type Addy as per the gimmick. Good morning, Loki Lafayson. Good morning, somebody new, Pinoid the Thought Troll 12. And here's your wrench. Good morning, Vash Lancet. And good morning, Jeremy 06. And good morning, Ace. And
Fuck.
good luck.
Hi, Gulf City Outlaw, Armchair Professor, Victor Rand, Buzz of the Hive, Pinoid, Turish, um, Brad Young, Grant Sanford, Ghost Dog, Addie, Loki, uh, Pinoid the Thought. I don't remember the whole thing. Vash Lancet, and then Jeremy and Ace.
And did you get Space Force?
Space Force Commander.
That's all of them. That's all of them. We
Ha
can go to the main screen. There we go. Woo!
I'm pretty sure I failed. I totally missed the. Yeah.
Fuck, I would have been to the sup bitches like right away. I wouldn't. I personally would have not been able to. I'd have got maybe 3, and yeah, that'd be about it. So did I know? I know Pinoid's driving a truck, but he's been telling his story all day about blowing up der twatters. He's been kind of happy about it. And I guess we should explain right up front the shit that every so often makes us money, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have a boss battle going on, and of course, our boss battle, you win, you get a belt. Not like for real, but yeah, because currently we have me, not myself, but me, as the boss. And Intergender Champion of the World! And this person is on their 7th day. Now, why is that important? Because if you make it 9 days as champion, you make it 9 shows as champion, then you get to join that nice graphic up there in the top right corner, the Hall of the Immortals. And if you make it 10 days, then you become the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So yeah, boss battle like a regular boss battle. And I will say this, I don't overinflate it. So it is possible for the working man to knock out the current champion. I'm not going to give the maths because I forgot. But
Uh, I don't do the maths. I
Yeah.
only do the maths when I think not doing the maths will bring dishonor.
It bring you must dishonor to your family.
Dishonor. Arasa dishonor. So I'm gonna throw a couple of things out there.
okay.
First off, because we're doing the whole yo, here's ways you can give money and help support the show. We're a wrench nose state. And that means you come in, you get a wrench. We also understand y'all don't necessarily like each other, and we'll capitalize upon that. Which brings us to the CW, which is the capitalized wrench nose state. You pay $5, you give a name, and we take that person's wrench away for the evening, and you get to beat that motherfucker over the head with your big, thick blue wrench. Oh yeah. And if they pay $5, they get their wrench back early. Another thing that I'm going to just go ahead and throw out there is if you have something specific you want me to say, depending on the context, you pay $5, I'll say it. You pay $10, I'm more likely to say something even more.
Not just uwu.
You pay more money, I'm willing to read an entire book in my Ching Chong accent just for you.
That's what if they come up with something like War and Remembrance or Gulag Archipelago or Dune?
If they pay enough money, pretty much like I'll make a video where I'll read chapter by chapter. I'll do it just for them.
Oh, holy crap. Gulf City Outlaw,
What?
one of our immortals, thank you, sir, dropped $50 Australian and said, just to mix it up. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And do you want me to read anything for you? Do you want me to say like shit? Like that's a nice little chunk. Like should I don't know.
Yeah, and I know who me was, but I'm not going to reveal. Because
Wait, Gulf City Outlaw is the one who did it?
yeah.
Well, crikey.
Oh God.
You remember that?
Yes.
Oh, I wish Des were here so that this way I could just be like, hey, Des. Crikey, crikey, crikey.
Oh.
Oh my god. Gulf City Outlaw, if you get the chance to just do that one of these days to like Sandstorm, you face fuck somebody while you're saying crikey to the beat of Sandstorm. Be amazing. I'm just saying. I would be entertained just by thinking. I'm entertained just thinking about it. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
And of course,
Crikey all over her face.
now Bash, we do hail the whale around here. So yeah, all hail Blue Whale. Now of course, we did switch over a few weeks ago when they killed Google Hangouts. So we have a Discord, and if anybody wants to stop by and come on tonight, we don't have the link down there anymore. But if you're already in the Discord, then yeah, swing on by. We'd be happy to talk to you.
Just hop into the waiting room. We'll pull you in.
I am really surprised that
Why?
Pinoid hasn't hopped in.
He may just be driving.
Oh, he's been driving.
He may just be enjoying some downtime.
He's
He
been
may not. Yeah, I mean, he was with Gaming and Yelling earlier, talking up a storm. So, because it's what Pinoid does.
Wow, are you saying that Pinoid, when it comes to talking, might be out of gas? That's an interesting theory, Professor Kadan. Do you have anything to possibly back that up?
Give me just 1 second.
Okay. See, I'm not going to do the thing where it's like, oh, 1 second. Okay. Yep, Pinoid was all over the fucking place today. Weren't you, Tom?
I have no idea what's happening right now.
Good.
I have no idea what's happening either.
Oh.
I mean,
What up?
What up? Welcome to motherfucking Pinoid Live. I'm here with my bottom bitch, my partner, my muse, the only YouTuber bedazzled.
Oh, there we go. That's better. I always have to turn your monkey ass down. Like, seriously, Wicked? Like, you gotta learn to, like, you know, not blast out my ears the first thing you do.
There's only one speed.
I live at 11, all right? The rest of y'all need to catch up.
Yeah, I actually, I will admit this. I did watch a certain afternoon program to listen to your appearance. And I would say that you did a very good job. It was an excellent appearance.
It was, and I tried not to like shit on the squad and like fucking, you know, like try to help everybody out and whatnot, you know, and like it was pretty good. Like, just wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad situation today at all.
Yeah, I actually was given all the consideration, I was entertained.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. We got on some economic stuff, so like I was able to like kind of, you know, really hang in there as far as shit was concerned.
kind of a class in session kind of deal. There was some education laid down.
Yeah, when you get on a subject that I know, like I can fucking roll forever.
Yeah, I was wait a minute. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, man. So what's going on with y'all tonight, man? What y'all getting into? Yo, I like that second song, man. That had some big fucking sound to it.
Oh yeah. Iron Maiden. I've seen Iron Maiden. Like, I've seen Iron Maiden. I think 4 or 5 times, in like 3 different decades, and I've never been disappointed by one of their shows. Then again, anytime you have like a 12-foot tall Eddie appear on the stage. I went to the Somewhere in Time concert, and they had Eddie come on stage, and he had a laser rifle mounted on his arm, and he started firing at the band, and like sparks would pop from like the drum kit and from the proscenium, the arches on the stage. And Bruce Dickinson jumped up into there's this thing that rose up from the stage. It was a laser cannon, and he jumped up and started firing the laser cannon at Eddie, and was popping shots off on his chest. And then Eddie just kind of turned around and walked back out, because, you know, if you're wearing a big fucking 12-foot tall costume, you don't run.
So like he was popping shots off on his chest.
Yeah.
Just popping it.
And there were
Popping that shot
sparks.
off.
There was
Yo,
sparks.
man, you might want to get that. Might want to get that checked out. I think that's a medical problem if your dick shoots sparks.
A little penicillin goes a long way.
Remember that old Richard Pryor? Remember that old Richard Pryor bit? He's like fucking he's going to the doctor. He's like, I piss fire. He said, what you mean I piss fire? He's like, I go outside to pee. I try to pee inside. I burn the fucking house down and shit.
I like Pryor. I almost got a chance to see him when he was doing his last tour before the was it MS kicked in.
Yeah, I had a chance to see Carlin before he died. He was down here at the Zembo fucking temple in my neck of the woods, but I just didn't go.
Yeah, I missed
Why?
I missed Carlin every single time. That was back when I was like a working man.
Yeah,
And
that was a while ago.
although I did get to see Sam Kinison live, that was fun.
I saw Ron White live.
No, that would be fun too.
Yeah. Yo, yeah, the Mexican dude who came up before him, and I was really upset because he looked like me.
Did he have your love of Italian food?
No, he was a Mexican dude. Fucking, but everybody always says I look Mexican. And it aggravates me.
What was it,
Because
Carlos
you're
Mencia?
Sicilian, hon.
No, it was not Carlos Mencia. It was some other, I forget his name. He's a Texas guy. Real red, white, and blue type of Mexican dude. Oh, and I finally met somebody who agrees with me about concerts, that they are the worst, most terrible shit ever to go to, that you should just stay home and listen to it in your fucking earbuds and get better sound.
But that's not the point of going to a concert.
Yeah, I don't want to be around a whole bunch of smelly, sweaty fucking human beings doing drugs. Like, that sounds like a shitty time.
Dude, you could sit in the seats. Leave the mosh
Yeah, but then
pit to
you're like-
the youngsters.
Yeah, but you're like 4.5 miles away from the fucking stage, and it's fucking, it sounds terrible.
Not necessarily. When I went to see Iron Maiden for the Somewhere in Time tour, automatically I was just like, all right, I already know what they do at their stage shows. I'm gonna get up off the floor and sit back and watch. And I was in. If you're there for like a hockey game or arena football, Hara
Right.
Arena was like 3,500 seats. But if you had the floor open, you could cram up to like 5,000. And so I wasn't that far away. I mean, that was like maybe what, like 50, 60 yards away. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm still saying you're going to get better sound if you listen to it with a pair of headphones on at the house.
well, yeah, but you're there for the concert experience though. Because
That's like saying you go to the college experience. Like, then that's, you know what I mean, that's a giant waste of money too. Like, why not just buy the fucking album? You know what I mean? And like, you could listen to it it's better. It's better in your ears. Like, legitimately, it sounds better, and you can enjoy it and think about it. You know what I mean? And like, listen to it over and over again.
it
You know, whatever
does.
track you really like.
It does, but bands do shit live that they don't do with albums. Like, I went and saw Van Halen for their 1984 tour, and Eddie legitimately played a 10-minute solo, and that solo was fucking mind-blowing, and that's nothing that you would find anyplace else. I mean,
I bet you it's on YouTube.
well, back then they didn't have people who snuck in video cameras.
Well, no, they recorded it. They recorded like most of the good concerts out back. Or,
No.
you know what I mean? They recorded most of the stuff.
No, because back in the day, a lot of them did not bother to carry around their recording equipment until they got to a certain specific place that they knew they'd get great feedback. Like, if you go back to the 80s, every single
Right.
band that did like a fucking live album did it at Budokan in Japan because they knew that the crowds were completely rabid. I mean, you know, they would have gone fucking nuts for Rick Astley it was basically they had to find a venue where they knew it was very fan friendly, that it was sold out. So yeah, okay, we'll bring the recording equipment there and do it. Chicago used to be one of those big places too. Not so much with like MSG, because from what I've been told, Madison Square Garden sound sucks. And besides, I don't know, there's just something about it, especially when you're listening to blues. There's nothing that can beat blues live.
Here, yeah, I put the solo that you're looking for directly into your fucking Discord.
Wait, in my town?
Yeah, it's where's it at? It's at it's in Connecticut. It's New Haven's Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
Yeah. No, I'll probably listen to it later anyway.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Like, you can get all this shit online. Like, for me, it's not worth it. It's not worth spending, you know what I mean, the $60 a ticket, and then, you know what I mean, paying like fucking $12 for a bottle of water, and you know what I mean, like $15 for a fucking whatever food nachos you're gonna get and shit.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. Back when I was a kid going to go see a shit ton of concerts, and I've seen a shit ton of concerts, usually the most you were going to pay was like $10. And it was fucking worth it. And most of the time, most of the concerts that I went and saw, I was underage anyway, so I couldn't drink. But yeah, we brought the reefers though.
I remember, like, I took people to concerts, and like, I don't know, it was always a shitty fucking time. And then on top of that, you got to deal with like getting in and out of the fucking parking lot. Like, oh, yo, fuck that shit. Yo, fuck that. And then that like 5-mile fucking walk to the goddamn arena. Oh,
well, that's why you leave 2 spare joints in the car. So you just get out there and sit on the car and wait till shit starts filing out and just get blazed. That is the magic of being a teenage pothead. By the way,
I was a pothead when I was a kid. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
By the way, good morning to Sweet Vale. Good morning to Willie Cogley. And good morning, Evil Dead Ed.
Hi, Evil.
Wait a minute.
Dead.
Oh, okay, Addie, what is going to make you happy? Addie's in the chat going, I miss the comics talk. You bastard. No, I know we've had the panel question before, but, you got the free ticket, you got the best seat, who would you go see live? By the way, if it's who I think it is, waiting for an assignment. Hey Vash, drop over to the 911. Get yourself vetted, and we'll get you on.
Yeah, I ain't talked to Vash in a minute. It's been like a couple weeks. I'm stuck in North Carolina right now. Fucking, I went over here to pick up my fucking load, and the goddamn load's not ready. So now I'm stuck here probably till fucking morning.
Oh, poor Pinoid.
I know.
Get a hold of his load.
I know I can't get my load. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like them guys back in the 80s that could just shoot sparks on niggas' chest and shit.
Well, you practice enough, anything's possible.
No,
Man, listen.
no, Doc, if you're shooting sparks, if that's the kind of load that you're just busting out, you need to see a fucking doctor or scientist.
Or you're super fucking gay and, you know what I mean, like you're just shooting sparkles out the front of your dick. Like, you need to calm down on the amount of motherfucking, those fucking rainbow frappes you're getting from Starbucks.
That's not how gauges work. Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm assuming like gay people shoot sparkles and rainbows.
Listen, look at your jizz. Whenever you're busy handling yourself, and then you stick that, that optional thumb right up inside your ass, and then look at your jizz as that happens, the same as Gage's, right there.
Why are you trying to put a thumb in my ass? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Like,
Okay.
is that your thing? Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm kind of not cool with that, man. I don't really like
I would
fingers in my
shove
butthole.
somebody's thumb up inside your blown out asshole.
Man, look, home. All right, you need to leave my butthole alone. All right, it never did anything to you. All right.
Don't worry,
You
I
need to
will
calm down.
definitely leave your butthole alone. Now
Unless
your
you-
boyfriend's, on the other hand, probably won't.
Unless you want to toss
Especially
my
when you
salad,
keep
in which
begging
case that's a
them.
maybe. That's a maybe. I've never had a fucking Alaskan bitch lick my butthole.
Apparently, it just wasn't cold enough.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I never had an Eskimo toss my salad. You know what I mean, would that be like an iceberg lettuce salad? Would that be how the fuck that would work?
The only
Vash, what up, nigga?
by the way, good morning. Welcome to the stream, Vash,
I'm-
and Buzz. Welcome to the stream as well.
Buzz,
Hey, what's going on?
what's up, buddy?
Not much, man.
coming
bitches?
into butthole licking and all that shit. It's like, what the fuck can I say to that? Like,
Just ask nicely. I'm sure Pinoid will be glad to lick your butthole.
Man, look, Kadun, you need to stop accusing me of being a homosexual. All right, just because that's how
I'm
you
not
fantasize, me, that
accusing
doesn't
you.
mean that
I'm just pointing out the truth, you faggot.
No,
Pinoid,
look, man.
Pinoid is
What
a
up?
hobosexual, I'm telling you.
I only fuck homeless people. That's how the hell this works. Homeless single moms. All right.
They need loving too.
I honestly don't know what to say to that.
Yo. Oh man, it's been a fun day. You know, I mean, I somehow managed to get trending on Twitter. Like that was fucking exciting for me. First time ever. Yeah.
you were trending?
Yes, I was trending on Twitter. Apparently, that's what Callan says. He says you're trending on Twitter, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty fucking interesting." I've never been fucking trending on Twitter before. Apparently,
You've been banned like 3 times.
like,
You trending, or they're calling you a trans trender? What's the name?
nah, I was trending. Like I trolled my way into trending. Like I went really hard. I didn't even go that hard. Like I just told a female to close her legs, and like all of a sudden it was World War fucking III because it was a conservative insta thought. You know.
You're super. You really
It-
are.
What?
Just like your T-ball trophy says, you've come so.
I know.
Okay.
It was one of those thoughts for Trump broads. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's,
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Did you get a Sophane reaction?
That was serious.
Yes, I
Taco
did.
Bell,
Yes. Yeah, I had Bruce Campbell, Sophane, fucking Undoomed, Mrs. Undoomed, Sinatra, fucking Geek Thulu. Like, yo, everybody was out in force, like, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, hopping on my shit, clutching their pearls. It was amazing.
I have a Bruce Campbell story, but yeah, that's for later. I didn't
Super
even
troll.
see it. Did you get spended?
Nope.
I saw it. I am staying away from that fire. I said, shit, man.
You should have hopped in. Like, as long as you didn't call nobody retarded, you were all right. Like, everybody,
I was having fun just reading it and watching it go back and forth, man. I said, shit.
oh, it was amazing, too. Like, fucking, it was a most definite fun time, you know? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I go on trolling missions. Like, that's what I do. Like, some days, like, I just wake up and go, you know what I want to do today? I want to piss off as many people as possible on Twitter. And, like, I find me a target, and then I go to that target, and I say some ridiculous shit. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it worked really well, you know? All I had to do was tell a fucking single mom to close her fucking legs and then accuse her of having Munchausen syndrome. That's it. And every white knight and cuck on fucking Twitter just hopped on and said, "How dare you insult one of our white women?" Right? And fucking like they like started hanging the noose over the tree like I was some black guy in the South in the fucking 1850s and shit.
I
That
got like the best like that I've ever gotten was someone asking them the question as to why they're brigading on, and then they're like, "I'm not brigading, I'm just brigading." I'm like,
I got brigaded. I don't give a fuck. Yo, they can make me famous. I don't give a shit whatsoever. I picked up like 30 fucking followers off that garbage.
See, now that brings me to a thought. Like when I troll, I put time and effort into it. You know, because it's like fishing. You got to bait the hook.
yeah.
And then, you know, you got to wait for them to bite. If they don't bite, then, you know, go on, think of another troll to do. But when they get on the hook, man, you definitely want to reel it in. But, of course, those of you who have been fishing know that you just don't pull it and automatically reel it in. You do a little at a time,
No.
Let the fish
No,
wear
no, no.
itself out.
No, you have to pull it. You have to pull it in, or else it'll spit the hook.
No, you keep it taut, but you want them on bigger fish. You want them to run themselves out. You want them to tire them so it's easier to reel them in.
Well, not what you're trying to do is not break the line at that point. If it's that big of a fucking fish, like you don't want to break the line. That's why you're letting them run itself out a little bit and let them, you know, what I mean, wear himself out some.
Hey, I'm just going by what my grandfather taught me.
Yeah, nah, that's just about because like you don't want to use too heavy a line because like then like you know it won't go as far and you know you won't have as much of it and you know like it's a pain in the ass using too heavy a line. You want to use lighter line. And people say like the fish can see it. I don't know. I've caught like fucking sunnies on like 18-pound tests, and so it is monofilament, not even like the braided stuff. But yeah, but. No, so like when you're trolling, like what I do is I find a target, right? And it's usually pretty easy to find a good target. All you got to do is find like a female with fucking the I fuck black dude's haircut, right? And then, you know, all you have to do is just say something insulting about her as a female. You can't be like really super random. It has to be like a little bit specific. And then like let them respond. And then like you fucking just pile on the bitch because what they'll do is they'll immediately go, you know, well, I have a disabled son, or I have fucking whatever, you know, or I did this, or whatever the case might be, and you just take that and turn it around on them, and then just wait for the white knights to just pile the fuck in. And fortunately, a man named Undoomed said, "This is my friend," and like, I'm gonna defend her, and he just went hard. And fucking like all of his fucking followers hopped on there and just started just white knighting the fuck out of this bitch and just going super hard. And it was amazing. And I just watched the fucking shit explode. It was the greatest shit ever.
Sorry. I'm answering a people DMing me. By the way, good morning to Slappy Get Right. And
Slappy Get Right.
Addie is once again commenting from the chat. Pinoy doesn't like the white women.
I do like the white women. I can't stand like fucking self-important Mary Worth bitches.
Addy, it's not white, it's light. He doesn't like the light ones.
Actually, I have a fun panel question.
Okay.
So we've talked about our favorites before, and we've talked about what we have had. Least favorite race to either bone and or be in a relationship with.
I didn't understand that. Say that again.
Least favorite race to either bone or be in a relationship with.
I want to know who Cadut's been boning. Shit, that's fucking.
See,
I would
Oh,
say
Buzz,
maybe
Here's,
like
here's the
India.
sad thing is my list, I've only ever fucked one race.
Well, we
by
have
the
to
way,
change that.
can we say good morning to Anu Vlad? He has joined us in the stream.
What up, nigga?
Vlad, How
Morning.
you doing?
Morning. I just
Uh,
got off work and I'm wore the fuck out.
Oh shit.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get this right. We have somebody new in the chat. Wozdjin Uil.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Wes.
Wes?
Woshinol. Well,
Heberent.
he's the owl of my server. I showed the link in my server.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thanks.
Hi, person whose name I'm not even going to attempt to say.
Well, yeah, because
You can just call him Al.
Owl?
Mhm.
Okay.
Call me out. You can call me out. Boom, 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 boom.
I think he was saying owl.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you understand my panel question?
I don't, but I don't have to go first, so I can figure it out once other people start answering it.
Okay. Well, let's start with Pinoid.
Man, listen. It's hard to describe this type of person, right?
Just go by the race. But just go by race.
No, because like it's not a race thing. Like it's an ethnic thing. It's like there's like different types of people. What? Right.
I said just
Like-
say Jew and move on.
No, because it's not a Jew, right? like
Hobos aren't race exclusive.
I like fucking Jewish broads. They're not like the one of them took me to temple and they had like a Ricola horn and shit. But
Does he also
yeah.
have a unibrow?
right, fucking yeah. So it's like white bitches who like will cook you chicken nuggets and fucking hot dogs for dinner.
So basic white bitches. Gotcha.
Yeah, basic white. I hate basic white bitches because they can't fuck, right? And their pussies are always like garbage, and they have like fucking roast beef curtains and shit. And like being in a relationship with them is terrible because they never have anything interesting to say or do or anything about them that's fucking interesting. Like,
That's
and
true for like every woman ever.
I have no idea what you just said, nigga, like at all.
Okay, I need to fix my phone. Hold on.
Yeah, like you're just super muffled. It's like you're underwater and shit. But yeah, basic white bitch. I hate basic white bitches because I love Italian broads. I like Jewish broads. I like Spanish broads. Like fucking, like there's races of white that's not bad. I like Romanian bitches, right? But I hate like American bred, worthless white bitches. And I love trashy white bitches. Trashy white bitches are awesome. But like normal, like middle class white bitches are the most awful shit ever.
Like the ones who were raised in the
soccer
suburbs.
mom type?
Yeah, not really like a soccer mom type, but like they can be more like a broad who like she'll work at like a bank or like
Wait,
for an insurance company or
wait.
something.
Tom, are you talking about you want to bone some Karens?
No,
I hate
he
Karens.
he doesn't want to bone Karens. That's the thing. Those are the
No.
ones he dislikes the most.
Can you
No
hear me?
one wants to bone Karen. That's what makes Karen Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why she's always so deep in her bottle, and why she has to be like, "Ah, excuse me, may I see your manager?"
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like the ones who like they fucking like they have like a cupboard full of shit that they've never fucking used because all they do is eat out of box shit from the fucking freezer.
Oh, okay, so I know the ones who have the special china cabinet that you never like. It has to be like the highest end of occasions before we would dare ever dirty our special china. You don't
Nah,
give
more
that up
like
for
more.
normal guests. For
Well, no.
house party.
More like they have like flour from like 1985 in their cabinet because they've never fucking used it for anything, right? Like they don't cook, they don't fucking like they have no pride in like who the fuck they are, like, and they're worthless human beings. They eat like they feed their kids cuisines and Lunchables instead of like making them fucking food.
So Karen's.
Yeah, we'll go with Karen's. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Basic
Buzz.
white bitches.
Buzz,
Yeah,
who
I
is
don't
muted.
think anybody wants to fuck a Karen. Can we consider Karen as a race?
It is now.
Can Karen be their own race?
It is now. If she has that, may I speak to your manager, soccer mom haircut, she's a Karen.
Is this better?
You can tell
So
by the way
Vash-
they use their walk there, Karen woman. Don't even talk.
No. That's
I'm gonna
all
take
these
that as a
bitches
no.
do is talk. Vlad can kind of hear you. I hear the noises, but it's still coming out a little wonky. Oh, Buzz, you're back.
Sorry about
It's okay. Answer the question.
that. Oh, I'm an equal opportunity boner. I just tell you, I haven't had any that were that bad. I ain't stuck my dick in crazy yet. Just put it that way.
Yo,
Everybody has
crazy's amazing though.
Everybody has
Go.
fucked crazy. Everybody. It's
Yeah,
just different levels of crazy on
maybe-
different scales.
Yeah, maybe I got used to it then or something. I don't know. It's just, but I haven't had any exes that, as far as ethnic or that end. So
You don't have a certain type of pussy that you don't like to fuck.
just ones I can't lift up with 2 arms without using the forklift.
Okay.
That's
Vash?
I would say just based on looking, and okay, we know that like Latinas are crazy, but there is something that is crazier, and I would say probably the Indian people.
Dots
Which
or feathers?
dot or feather?
Dot.
Oh, okay.
No, feather. You just drink some whiskey with them, and you're all right.
It is not whiskey. It is firewater.
Yo, feather bitches are dumb as fuck.
No, they're not.
They are dumber than a bag of hammers.
No,
I've never met a smart Indian and fucking Native American. Ever.
No, my grandmother was full blood, and she was not a dumb woman. She was a homemaker, but good God, man, you ask her anything about how to cook out of can, anything as far as household goes, even to getting rid of mice. She was brilliant. Just that she deferred when it came to my grandfather.
Hmm.
By the way,
she was just a good woman. There's a difference between good woman and being smart, like Joseph.
well,
Not trying to shit on your grandma. You know what I mean? Like, I love my grandma too, a lot.
my
You know what I mean? But she's not the smartest woman on the planet.
There's different ways of knowledge. You can agree on that, right, Pinoid?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
by the way, good morning to a viable ninja, and good morning
Viable
to
Ninja.
the unavoidable, who is new in the chat. So have a wrench.
Hi, the unavoidable.
Welcome.
And a viable ninja, speaking of pot stirring, is saying Enu Karen being a basic bitch with his audio and losing the fight.
Sounds good to me.
So Vlad, because I can
What?
kind of hear you. Oh, I can definitely hear you now. Least favorite race to date
Sorry, can
and
you
or
repeat
fuck.
that?
Least favorite race to date and or fuck.
Niggers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo, Doc, it was nice while you had a channel, you know?
Wait. I just got an email from YouTube. I will never be monetized. Thanks.
We here at the IRS
Disclaimer.
disavow stuff.
Have you ever had black pussy, Anu?
No, I have not had the pleasure of having AIDS.
You don't get
What?
you got a fucking gay dude to get AIDS.
Apparently, so everybody in Africa is gay.
Maybe. I don't really know. I don't live in Africa. It's a possibility.
Kadant,
Yes.
is it time to sing Everybody's Got AIDS? AIDS, AIDS, AIDS.
My grandma and my dog old blue. AIDS. The Pope has got it, and so do you. Come on, everybody, we got quitting to do. Gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS.
Space Force Commander is asking you, Pinoy, does it taste like chicken?
If they just ate chicken.
It tastes like a snaps card.
You ever had your nipples played with a piece of KFC chicken?
Does a double stacker count?
But no, it's one of those things where I've had the opportunity a few times, and I've always turned it down because honestly, there's something to be said about being able to see who you're fucking in the dark.
Dumbass, that's why you leave the lights on.
Telling you, man. Some of the best pussy I ever had was black. I'll be honest with you.
God damn, apparently Anu's gonna be fucking Mr. Popo.
See,
Like, all you can see is her teeth and the fucking whites of her eyes.
dude, I didn't.
Hey,
I
that's
didn't.
how you know you're doing a good job.
you-
If you see her teeth in the white, but you can't see her eyes because all she's doing is screaming.
But then you gotta, at that point, determine whether or not you're fucking a raccoon.
Well,
Or the
you're
cat
fucking a
from
coon
Alice
no
in
matter
Wonderland.
what.
What's the difference?
I will say that I didn't know what clapback was. I had no idea that there was an actual term for it, but I liked it when it happened.
Fuck yeah. Legit, I had this broad, I was like, probably like 15. And like, she still hits me up from time to time. She was out in fucking Pittsburgh now, so I don't have no time to get out there. But man, listen, dude, like, she dug her nails in the back of my motherfucking head and was just hollering. I slow stroked the fuck out of that shit. It's amazing. It's great pussy. Goddamn. Yo. I need to call that bitch.
You know what? I need to call her.
Yo. Yeah, man. Then there was that like white bitch. She was like a black white bitch. She was like a skater and shit. And like, yo, she used to try and like literally suck the cum out of my dick. Like, yo, goddamn.
It
But the most
it wouldn't
important
come out
thing about
normally.
them-
Yo, she was trying to get it early, like fucking bananas. Like she like put her fucking lips on the tip, like yo, ridiculous pussy.
But
Yeah, a viable ninja said insert make fun of Anu Vlad here is the edgiest boy at the MTG table. And it's like, yeah, probably. It's not hard to do. All of them are a bunch of fucking snowflakes. So, yeah. Sorry, I just felt like I had to respond to that for some reason.
Burn! Yo.
No, I fucking hate Magic the Gathering nerds. Like most of them, 'cause they're all. You go in and you say something like "spick" or whatever, and they all like fucking gasp for air like a fucking fish out of water. It's annoying.
I don't know. Most of the Magic the Gathering nerds I know don't really give a shit.
About bathing?
Well, allow me to rephrase. I mean the ones that go to like events, not the ones that play at home.
Talking about Excel?
I don't know. I have never like talked to Excel enough, I guess, about that.
Well, I mean, I occasionally go to a game shop with a couple decks. Just hang
Yeah.
out. Usually
Excel,
play
Excel,
with
yeah, Excel
I've
made
had
like
friends-
fucking 20 grand as a teenager doing that shit.
I've had friends of mine get threatened to be kicked out because they accidentally misgendered a person. You know, so I mean, like,
Oh yeah, the shop that I'm around doesn't tolerate that. They'll kick you out for like even trying to get somebody kicked out for that. We would
Wait.
all just stare at you and just be like, "Yeah, you can leave. That dude can stay. Go fuck yourself. We're here to play fucking games. We're not here
Yeah.
for politics and everything else."
yeah, well,
I
Wish
wouldn't
that
call
was
a
cool.
I wouldn't call a Magic the Gathering tournament a place where you could drink and troll for babes.
that's a
Babes.
D&D group you could.
Well, they
They don't even
invented
have pussy.
they invented these things called bars, and they actually have women there. I did go to this is a long time ago, Gen Con. This was back in the day when there were no pewters and it was tabletop stuff. Went up to goddamn someplace in Wisconsin for it, and the only women that were there were the women taking the tickets as you went in, and there was a lot of bo.
Said it smelled like a locker room in that bitch.
No, it smelled like the asshole of the
Most
locker room.
conventions, you're gonna get those types of waves, and it's like, geez, especially whenever it's a first-time person going into that convention. It's like, yeah, yeah.
These are a lot of them are like live at their mom's basement dweller type of individuals. It is what it is, Like, I don't know.
have
But
some
everybody's-
fucking deodorant. Like, geez.
Everybody's welcome on my channel. You can sub to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you smell like BO and Cheeto dust. Just saying.
Well, because you won't be able to smell them.
Smell it. Yeah. Shit.
Exactly. I don't fucking care because I don't smell you.
I really want to make a deodorant brand called BO, and it just smells like nothing but BO, and it's like a pink gift.
This smells like fermented ass that's been inside some sweaty socks. You want to have this and smell like it for the rest of your life.
And so,
Good morning to Detroit, who asks, "Did it smell like virginity?" And then
Hi, Detroit.
Tom Leach, good morning as well. He said, "I run Magic tournaments in a biker bar." I'd have to call bullshit on any of the biker bars that I've ever been in.
Yeah, no.
Now that's something that I've heard of too. He's saying I've had players get married and name their kids after things in Magic. Yeah.
Yo, people are weird. I used to work at Walmart, and like twice a week, you'd have somebody get engaged at the fucking jewelry counter.
dude, I worked at some place I can't remember the name of anymore a long time ago. And one of the guys that worked there brought his kid, and he named his kid Link. And I never in my life have I ever wanted to punch an 8-year-old until that day, because I absolutely hate The Legend of Zelda, and by extension, I hated this man's child.
Well, I mean, Robin Williams named his kid Zelda.
Yeah, kill that kid.
By the way, Tom Leach is saying, dude, biker bars need something to do during the day. Yeah, fucking clean up the broken glass, hide the bodies, mop up the blood.
Meth.
Oh, well, yeah. I knew one that had a meth, well, it wasn't a meth lab. It was a a white powder distribution center. Because meth really wasn't around when I was back rolling with the MCs.
You got to check the pH balance of the tanks. Jesus Christ. Fuck it.
Evil Dead, there are other things that you could do instead of running tournaments at a strip club. I'm just saying. Prostitution's still a thing, right?
Not really anymore. I mean, because like almost every bitch is a prostitute at this fucking point, you know?
If you really wanted to be hyper technical, everybody pays for pussy.
Yeah.
In one way or another.
Wait, did you say everybody needs the pussy?
No, pay.
Everybody pays.
Pays.
Yeah,
even if you're not fucking a bitch, like you're still paying for pussy, because like if you pay taxes, you're paying for pussy.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the date, the gas mileage, the roses, the pride. I could go
The
on.
welfare check.
Yeah, whatever. The meth you sold last Tuesday. I mean, it's just like it could like the list just goes on. I mean, at the end of the day, like pussy ain't free, and if it is, then it's probably a communist, and we don't need that negativity in our lives.
Social Security, disability for their kids.
And by the way, I will say, Detroit, you know where the door is, just like Addy. You guys want to swing through, you certainly can. Where are you on your panel question? You done?
You, Doc.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a race, but
I think I already know your answer, Doc.
you know what my answer is.
Yeah. The goddamn fucking East Coast fucking Mexicans.
No, you gotta go south of the Florida Peninsula to find them. And why they don't stay on their island, I don't know, but Puerto Rican bitches are fucking crazy.
No, the reason why I call them the East Coast Mexicans is because of West Side Story.
I actually
Goddamn
liked West
PRs.
Side Story.
Yeah, goddamn PRs. But they're to me they're still the East Coast Mexicans. Like same difference, right?
Except they're like American citizens, and they don't steal jobs from Americans, and you know they're not worthless.
Nope, still don't like them. Crazy, batshit fucking crazy.
Hell yeah, I love Puerto Ricans. They're like Italians with different food.
Hey, the closest that I ever came to sticking my well, no, I mean I did fuck a Puerto Rican girl for a while, but the only close that I will come to sticking my dick in crazy now is redheads.
White.
And my wife's a brunette, so I've mellowed. Wait a minute, there's I gotta go check the labs because it looks like Adewolf dropped 5. This might be a de-wrenching thing. So I have to check just to make sure. Yes, it's a de-wrenching. Adewolf dropped 5. Thank you, sir. And I've Kadant, can you guess? Whose wrench gets taken away tonight?
Ed, man, I'm sorry, dude.
Who? What? What was your guess, Kadant?
Is it somebody viable?
And you are correct. A viable ninja has been de-wrenched.
For the evening.
What? What
Vlad
is-
immediately jumping in there like a bulldog on a bone.
Damn straight.
Oh, good God. Yeah, but yeah, Puerto Ricans. I just keep them away. I'm okay with that.
Just nuke Puerto Rico and we'll all be happy.
That's what I used to tell my mom when we used to go out shooting BB guns. Where you gonna shoot? So we're shooting cans, Mom. Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Americans. We're shooting cans.
The only thing I liked about the Once Upon a Time in Mexico, that Robert Rodriguez one, was like, are you a Mexican or are you a Mexican?
Don't be a Mexican. Be a Mexican.
Okay, well, I have a panel question.
Oh.
Yes. Now, this is kind of a variation of a question that I asked before. But if you could throw a bloody beating on any character, be it video game or anime or comic book, who would you throw the beating on? Now, this is not beating to kill, but beating to, a nice bloody puddle.
Like it was us just beating their ass.
Yeah, throw them a beating that they're not getting back up from anytime soon. Hospitalization would be required. And I tell you what, let's start with you, Vash.
Any character. I'm not really sure. I'd probably do Goku just to say that I'd done it. It's like, man, I whooped Goku's ass, but then again, he's died plenty of times. I guess One Punch Man.
Okay. Tom?
If I could beat up one character, and it would probably be like Cyclops, just because I fucking hate his goody two shoes ass. Like, I just fucking hate Cyclops like so
He does
much.
have a punchable face.
Yo, he does.
You and your beam.
Like best line in the first X-Men movie. Cyclops going, well, how do I know it's you? Wolverine goes, you're a dick. He's like, okay. And no, Evil Dead, you can't beat up Brie Larson. That's actually a real person. Buzz?
Oh, game character, huh? Shit. I want to blank on this one. I only play the Battlefield and military games that blow shit up, so there's really no characters.
It doesn't have to be just a game. It could be in a game, anything that's animated. In a game, in a TV series.
You just want to beat their ass.
Oh, wait. We're allowed to use TV series?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I want to change my fucking answer. I want to beat up Caillou.
The kid with cancer?
Can I beat up that little fucking bald-headed fuck Caillou, please?
I'm just picturing a big ass fucking gorilla beating the shit out of you.
Okay, I don't know who the hell that is, but that's okay.
He's a
I
kid who
I
has
guess then-
cancer.
It would be
Can't
Tom
you-
Cruise Mission Possible.
Wait a minute. When was he animated?
Yes, but it was a video game.
Was he in a video game?
Well, no, but Top Gun. Wait, never mind. Wrong movie. Sorry, continue.
You just want to beat the shit out of Tom Cruise.
No, the character. He played a character in a movie, so I just.
No, it has to be animated.
Oh, animated?
Yeah.
Shut up. God, I don't watch
Because
these animated movies.
and really, Buzz, Tom Cruise gets beat up by Dick every night. So, you know, we need to lay off him.
Oh, man, I don't.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
beat
I-
up by the D of Scientology.
Because I don't fear Tom Cruise as much as I fear the Clintons.
I do not want to kill myself, just so everybody knows.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't have one.
God damn it, Buzz.
I'm sorry. I raised 2 daughters. All I got is Disney movies as far as
How about
animation.
Buzz
And, you know,
There's not one Disney character that you would love to throw a beating to.
You say Buzz Lightyear so that you don't have to. Yeah, I don't know, just something like that.
yeah, so, they're not partial.
How about-
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear. There you go.
Oh, you got shoehorned into saying Buzz Lightyear. Okay, Vlad.
Okay, you know.
Wait, you were just talking a minute ago, Vlad. What the fuck?
Wait, oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Princess Zelda.
There's a Princess Zelda?
Zelda.
Yes.
Yeah, Zelda is the princess. It's like the whole basis of why like that game is a thing is that fucking entitled cunt who like just keeps getting kidnapped. Save me, you fucking me. And like for some reason never just elects Link as her fucking bodyguard. It also never fucks the guy who saves her perpetually. I mean, fundamentally, the overarching concept of Princess Zelda is just so fucking obnoxious that I wouldn't even stop at beating her to death. I'd chop her fucking head off, put it in a stick, and hoist it in the fucking living room and come on her dead face every morning. Anyway, I'm done now.
Well, I mean,
Goddamn, tell us how you really feel. Like, fuck, man.
the second Legend of Zelda actually cued that they were brother and sister.
I don't give a fuck. Because in Skyward Peanut Sword, they like kissed or some stupid shit, so that kind of dies.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I mean, there's supposed to be some like resurrection angle and like or not resurrection, but reincarnation and like some other weird, stupid Japanese shit. And so like they're like to justify this hundreds of years gap and Link is never the same Link, and I don't even know. Like, I just can I just say, like, for the record, I think like other like the Legend of Zelda series is hands down like the one series of video game that I just hate more than anything else on the planet. Period.
Adawolf is saying that's not true. Link was Zelda's bodyguard in Breath of the Wild. He died trying to save her.
Oh my fucking god! Wow, there's an exception to a rule. Oh,
there is.
God!
There's there's always exceptions to the rule.
God, it's Kurt.
Oh, good God.
Yeah,
Oh, Adawolf.
I pee in a toilet usually, but except this one time I peed on the floor. Oh my god!
Just for
So
funsies?
angry.
Yeah, I'm so fucking tired right now.
Or was it that you were just showing your dominance? Were you just like staring at someone while you were pissing on the floor, going like, "Yeah, I own this"?
Laws of the Animal Kingdom.
Yo, I had a basic white bitch do that one time to me. Like, she just, she sat there, squatted down, pissed on the floor, and fucking I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, the fuck? And I go, bitch, I will break your head. She's like, bitch, I will break this piss. I was like, yo, stop being drunk, you stupid bitch. Like, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I've
Bro,
Are you sure that's drunk or fucking crack?
well, it was drunk. You know what I'm saying? It was most definitely
so.
drunk. Like, yo, she was drinking that fucking, what is it, Calico Jack. Fucking, she drank like a bottle and a half of that Calico Jack shit, which I don't know if you know what that is. That's
On
basically
whatever she had to be on to forget the fact that she actually let him be inside her.
Man, look here. You should feel privileged if I'm inside of you. All right, legitimately, be thankful for that.
Why? Because that's the next step up from like an AIDS-infested African.
Yo, and by the way, I just hit my Twitter, added another 20 notifications on that bit.
Why? Because you pissed off on Doom's people.
Yep.
Like, okay, like seriously though, like I started, like I was almost there. Like I was almost like, why is Pinoid being a douche? Like that thought almost crossed my mind until I saw, I have a special needs kid. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like I'm just like I'm just no. Like you just stop. Stop. Like that's just so like it pisses me off. Like I'm like, look, I'm not trying to say like it's bad to have kids that are retarded or anything. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like to go around and like swing your retarded kid around like a fucking badge of honor of some kind is just like obnoxious to me and fucked up. Like,
me too.
You know, and it's just like what, like you at that point you just be better off if you just shot your head than carrying it.
I would say at that rate, I would say also for the people that are like, my kid's an honor student. Oh yeah, well my kid fucking sells your honor student Adderall.
No, that's dumb. That's the dumbest shit ever. All right, don't be fucking jealous of somebody else's goddamn kids and shit. Like that's retarded. But what I'm saying is like,
personally,
we should be promoting. No, we should be promoting people whose kids are honor students, all right? Like, good job. You're a great parent. Thank you for doing your fucking duty into this nation and doing your duty for society of raising good kids, right? But to stand here and keep promoting this fucking dumbass nonsense and giving parents all this attention for having these fucking autistic kids because they were too old to have fucking kids when they had them, so their fucking vagina was like Detroit after having 75,000 miles of fucking cock ran through it, all right? It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, it's disturbing to me, and like I don't understand it at all. Like my sister, okay, like in all seriousness, she has an autistic kid. All right, not that damn autistic, but you know what she doesn't do? She doesn't go around going, "I have a kid with special needs." Like she never even discusses that. She just straight up says, "I have a kid." Like all the rest of them is just unnecessary data. Nobody fucking needs
Wait a
it.
minute. Vlad, does she say it like this? I am the kid!
Yes.
No. Right? Like, yo, so she doesn't have, like, that weird fucking puzzle piece ribbon that they have on the back of all those fucking cars now? With fucking, ooh, autism awareness. Ooh.
Wait,
like, what up?
Wait, that's a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, you never seen it? Oh, fucking, I go down the highway. Well, I drive all the time, so, like, I see it constantly. But people have those fucking autism awareness fucking stickers on the back of their shit. It's like a ribbon with fucking, like, it's like puzzle pieces on the inside of the ribbon.
I'm going to go on a rant about that for 20 seconds. You know what bothers me about autism awareness thing? All right, and this bothers me about actually even suicide awareness. It's not like we weren't previously fucking aware that these things exist. Like rubbing it in my face that women can get breast cancer doesn't suddenly like, oh my god, I had no fucking idea you can get a tit tumor. Holy fuck!
Here, wait.
My
Hold on.
world has changed. I'm gonna start getting pink fucking bags at the grocery store. Holy fuck!
Okay, well, here's the thing. Is that the best parents never use it as an excuse. They basically say, yeah, I've got an autistic kid and I'm dealing with it the best way that I can. And if the kid's growing up in any type of semi-normalcy or parents that treat their autistic children like they're normal kids. I mean, you basically can't, but in a way where they're like, yeah, you can do anything that anybody else can. You're always encouraging, you're always making that point to say that, yeah, you might have a little bit of setback, but you're not going to be, somebody lapping off the government, or somebody that's going to have to be locked away in old age or shit like that. I've got a friend who's in his mid 40s, and he's always been treated like he was a normal person, even though he's got a bad case of Tourette's. He's incredibly agoraphobic, and there are certain things that he does not learn well. But still, like when he comes around, it's just like, hey, what's up, man? And, he's used to people not treating him as somebody who has a disability, although he is keenly aware that he does have a disability. And that's what the best parents do, is basically teach kids how to cope. And a lot of parents just aren't doing that anymore. They're using it as an excuse so they can continuously fail.
No. What they're doing is they're like, hey, look, I want attention for my kid being fucked up because my gene and vagina doesn't work properly. All right, and that is the most aggravating shit on the planet to me. And standing here going, oh, I'm a single mom of a disabled kid. The kid's probably not even disabled. It's just the mom has fucking Munchausen and she wants fucking attention. That's the reality of the fucking situation.
Well, hold on.
The views and expressions and opinions given by the guests do not necessarily represent that of the IRS. Thank you.
Well, I do gotta say though, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, what I was gonna say was like, I was like diagnosed with a host of things as a kid. What's really great, aside from autism not being one of them, is my parents at no fucking point allowed me to get away with using that as any kind of excuse whatsoever. So if I got in trouble because in school for getting in some random fight because I had like the fucking the patience of a fucking fly on crack, they didn't just go, oh well, he was diagnosed with like bipolar disorder, so it's okay. No, my dad was all like, here's a fucking axe, go split the fucking wood, you troublemaking piece of shit. Like seriously, so there was none of that shit. So then this is something that like that bothers me about today is like that right there, was, despite whatever else, it was supposed to, teach me personal responsibility and to hold myself accountable. And now all I see is a bunch of fucking parents excusing shitty behavior because of a shitty hand of cards the kid was dealt, which I think is very unfair to the kid, but also unfair to everybody around the fucking kid.
Well, I won't disagree, but the best parents do rise to the occasion, and they try as best they can to give a normal life. Something that already fate or genetics or whatever you want to call it has rolled bad dice on them. And
yeah, I want to say they're not real though. Like the 90% of the shit that like these fucking parents fucking go and get their kids diagnosed with isn't real. It's not a real fucking thing.
No, I'm not playing. No, I'm not playing on that. I'm talking about the people who actually do have autistic kids. I know a lot of people use that as an excuse to be a shitty parent, but you can tell the kids that really have those issues because their parents step up and they're great parents and they try their hardest to give them some semblance of a normal life once the parents shuffle off that mortal coil.
Well, one issue I do have, and this will kind of somewhat ride into what Penoid says, but it's not meant to. I think that a lot of disorders that people diagnose kids with, they really shouldn't, because a lot of it's developmental, right? So, like for example, diagnosing a child, and by child I mean like anybody really below the age of 12 being diagnosed with something like fucking ADHD, to me, is outright fucking obnoxious. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's like the kid's still developing.
Well,
Like what could be true now isn't true. It won't be true in another 10 years. And diagnosing a child with anything other than maybe a developmental disorder doesn't make any fucking sense. Like autism is a developmental disorder.
well,
Like that makes perfect fucking sense.
well, and Gulf City Outlaw says from the chat, Penoid, I live the shit every day, bro. Every cunt with autistic kid talks to me like their kid is actually disabled.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, like I put my money where my mouth is, right? Like I go and I take, like I had fucking my wife's friends when I was married. Like she had 3 fucking sons, and they were cool kids. Loved them. They were fucking awesome little kids. They were Puerto Ricans, but they were awesome little kids. She was collecting a check for all 3 of them. I used to take them fishing and hiking and hunting all the goddamn time. They were normal fucking kids. There was nothing wrong with them. Nothing.
Depending on it depends on the level of autism that a kid has. Like, so like
No.
mild autism is fundamentally irrelevant. But like I can tell you right now, like my sister's kid has severe autism. He's I think like 3 or 4. Yeah, I think he's 4. And he still can't, like, he's way behind on a lot of the fucking shit he's supposed to be doing. Because he does have severe autism, but there's a big but there. You see, instead of sitting around collecting money off of him, she takes him to classes. So they go through little classes to help him develop through all that shit that he's behind on, and she's been doing that for the past year instead of doing nothing. Like, and when I think, and I've seen this a lot too, where even if somebody has a kid that is autistic to the same degree, they don't take the kid to go through any courses to get over the hump. They just fucking sit around and collect money and do nothing else. And so this kid that literally has its only problem is it's having trouble learning, isn't being taught anything. So it's just fucking spiraling downward and being worse. They're getting worse.
Well,
Right.
Well,
I mean,
it's a case
I got like my kid. Like I have a kid who's their mom drank, right, heavily with the kid, right, and like I'm not talking like, oh, she had like one, like this bitch like binge drank with a fucking kid like every day, right, and while she was pregnant, and fucking like they're having a hard time like keeping up and catching up. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that either A, will work itself out, or B, it'll show itself once, you know what I mean, like, they go to school, and it'll be what it is, and it'll be dealt with at that point. But, like, there's something, I actually did some research on this, it's something between, like, they don't know, because, like, they have to, like, rely on, like, a woman to actually be honest. Between 1% and 5% of all kids have fucking, the alcohol, what is it, alcohol deficiency syndrome or some shit like that, or alcohol fucking syndrome or some nonsense. Or fetal alcohol syndrome, and they don't know whether or not a lot of this autism that's going on is the mom's fucking getting drunk with the kids while they're pregnant, or whether it's actual developmental disorders. Nobody fucking knows, because we can't actually there's no real test for it.
By the way, I guess I should say this off air, but Kadan, Trippy is looking for somebody who's a dickspert, a dickspert, that is, not the spurting of the penis, but an expert on evaluating penises. I don't know if you'd be up for this challenge. No pun intended. And she's gone silent. I guess that's the answer.
I would never say that I'm an expert on evaluating penis, but ging and yelling might be. I am, on the other hand, I consider at least I will gladly judge a penis, and harshly. I will rate your dick on a scale of 1 to 10.
Not mine, Trippy's.
If you have a penis, I will rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 if you decide you want to try and show it to me.
Oh,
And I'm not asking. I am
Yo,
just giving
don't
everybody
send
the
that.
warning.
Don't
Can I
send
ask
that
a
if you're in
question about
Texas.
that? Actually,
Now-
I have a legit question on this. Actually, by the way, what
Well,
constitutes?
Real quick, but if Trippy, if you're looking for an actual expert on penis, like a penis connoisseur, so to speak, send any and all pictures to Penoid.
I swear to God, woman.
So what? I need to know, because if you're gonna say like from 0 to 10, it brings the question of what exactly are the factors that determine such a scale.
There's actually
Also,
quite a few.
Pinoy can tell you if that's a mole or if it's actually like warts.
Oh, he'll be able to tell you what your dick
Send-
tastes
send
like
them-
just by looking at a
Send them
picture.
all. Send them all to him.
Every angle.
Hashtag good for Pinoid.
Yeah.
If he
Yo.
knew where I lived, he'd murder me in my sleep. Like,
You just look at your Twitter and see all these messages of dick.
It's like 75 miles of cock in my DMs. Like, for fuck's sake. See, this is why we should have just cleared the Inuit out of motherfucking goddamn Alaska. Like, legitimately, we should have just wiped them out and just claimed it for white people. That's what should have fucking happened.
Well, Pinoid, after that, if it ever did get trending, you would certainly be a dick expert.
Why would I be a goddamn dick expert?
You wouldn't be able to block them all, motherfucker.
I'm not gonna block. I just delete the goddamn motherfucking messages. Like, oh, fuck out of here. I'm not gonna fucking take random dick pics. What the fuck is wrong with you?
oh,
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it into Twitter and be like, all these people are from Texas, so you all now have misdemeanors. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Don't be sending me goddamn dick pics.
okay.
Weirdos.
So what you're saying is that it has to be people that you already know, and it has to be done on Discord.
Don't be sending me goddamn dick pics. Is what the fuck I'm saying. You want to send dick pics to somebody? Send them directly to my fucking Vance Lassenlet. Right, he is on Twitter and on fucking Discord and shit. You want his fucking information or in the server where he is? You let me know. I'll send you a goddamn link.
And by the way, before we finish up the panel question, as a kid, I would have been labeled autistic because I was hyperactive. I had, attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. It was hard to keep my my focus on anything. I was also a chronic stutterer, and I also had this thing where I had to have my legs caged up for like 2 years straight because they were all wonky. So in present day, I probably would have been signed off on. And then, I get to the point where I get into that early teen kind of deal where I got my stuttering under control because I got help with that. My legs got straightened up, and they tried to offer me when I was 16. I think it was 15 or 16. Entry into Mensa. So, yeah, I think there are a lot of people out there that are, for whatever shitty reason, they're using autism as an excuse, and I think that's taking away from the kids that actually are autistic, because the numbers are exponentially increasing, and it may be for a fucking paycheck. It may be just to get a little juice from the government, to get a little sympathy from friends and family. But I think it's a disservice to the people who are actually trying to raise autistic kids.
It's women, dude. It's women. All right. Don't get anything misunderstood. It's women. Okay. It's because we have massive amounts of single moms who can't raise fucking boys properly, or fucking girls for that matter, and they end up standing here. Every kid that they have a hard time with who isn't easy, they get them diagnosed with something and they get them fucking medicated so they're easy to fucking handle. And then when they go to school, guess what? They're around fucking teachers who are what? 97% fucking women. And the same thing happens again. It's a basic premise, all right? And if you don't want to admit to it, you don't want to own it, you want to stand here and go, oh, whatever, Tom Pease is an incel or a MGTOW, whatever. Like, just go look at the goddamn statistics, and it's really simple to point the fuck out.
I would take it a step further, actually, than just saying women, because I think that the single mom thing, God damn it, I hate it when this happens, but I agree with Pinoid in so much as the single mom thing is a fucking scourge. Right now, like I've watched a lot of shit on it. I think even 60 Minutes did a piece talking about the psychology of men that grow up with nothing but a single mother, or how detrimental it can be on the development of boys. But more than that, I would take it a step further and say that. The system even allowing for that in the first place, without like a lot more diligence, is part of the issue. I don't think this is true in every area of the U.S. Like, I think that, for instance, in my state, it's probably a lot less common than, say, California. I mean, so like, but it's. I think that it's a combination of that, of what Pinoid said, and a combination of just extreme fucking liberal concepts that really shouldn't be the case. I really don't think that there's very many good reasons to be sitting around collecting money on your kid, like with the exception of actual developmental issues. And I've seen, as Pinoid said too, like, I mean, I've seen a lot of kids that were autistic that did genuinely have problems. But honestly, if you're going to get the money for that kid, I think there should be a caveat attached where, like, yeah, you can get the money if you actually take the kid to go get the help that's required. But the problem is that caveat never exists. Like, there's never a stipulation whatsoever. It's just, yeah, here's free money. Seriously, it's a bit of, like, it really bothers me, because it's the same thing with the black people and the reparations whatever argument. It's like, you're telling them they can't do something because of the color of their skin. Look at what kind of cultural look at the subculture that comes as a result of that. Same thing happens here. Telling kids that they can't do something because they were born with some fucking random thing, some mental illness, doesn't do anybody any better justice.
Well, the more people claim that shit, the more the people who really need it don't actually get it.
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't even think it's sad, man. Like, legitimately, like, I think we're putting way too much faith in, individuals who shouldn't have the faith and freedom to begin with. That's my mentality. So I got to call and check with this load. I'll be back here in a little bit.
Okay.
Damn. I had something to say to that.
I've just been
that way. Oh, sorry.
I've just been spending a little bit of time while we're discussing this. I've just been putting up dick pics on my Twitter. So
Thank you for telling me to leave Twitter.
there's a couple of no context tweets. Now to see the actual dick in action, you're gonna have to find my Pornhub account. That's all I'm saying. Kadan, I don't believe you answered the panel question.
I don't.
What?
I don't remember the panel question that you had asked.
The panel question is, if you could throw a bloody beating, onto any animated character, it could be it could be from a game, from a TV show, movie, or even comic book, because most of those get adapted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you throw hands on?
That's a long list.
Oh, you're sounding far away.
That is a long list, Doc.
Maybe pick your top 2, maybe 3.
Wait, I could pick more than one? Damn it.
Misty from Pokemon.
I'm still having trouble hearing you.
Misty from Pokemon.
Okay.
And what was the name? Kagome from Inuyasha.
The throwdown with Kagome?
Oh, that'd be easy. She's just a loudmouth little fucking twat. It wouldn't be a throwdown, it'd be a fucking beatdown. Like, honestly, that is probably one of the tropes that I hate the most when it comes to anime, is the loudmouth, attitude-filled bitches. Who, like,
And people
every
wonder-
once in a while, like, they'll be like, oh, but no, look, she actually has a sweet side. And it's like, okay, I play that trope. I do, on the internet. I'll gladly play it. I will gladly be a fucking cunt on the internet. But if you ever meet me face to face, you get to understand how I really am. Hell, half the time I accidentally let that shit slip while I'm on here. But no, I fucking hate that trope. It's the tsundere. It's the tsundere trope, where it's just like, oh, I'm in your face and I'm nothing but a stupid fucking cunt. But every once in a while, I guess I'll be nice. Kind of. A little. But most of the time, I'm a screeching bitch. Fucking hate it so much.
What the fuck, man? I come in and the Eskimos like fucking losing their mind.
By the way, good morning to Victory in the chat. Also, good morning to Trippy. So, if you haven't heard already, apparently we have would it be a less a connoisseur but more of a penis critic on the panel? Would I be correct in saying that, Kadan?
No, I would say Penoid is a great penis connoisseur.
Oh, and he fell out before.
Fuck all of you.
Damn it, he fell out before that. That was a great setup too.
No, but I actually want to know what your whatever is for that 1 out of or 0 to 10.
You mean her? You mean her criteria?
Yeah, there we go. Criteria. Yes.
Oh, for the dick pics or or
The dick
or what?
pics.
Oh, um, if usually when it comes to like unsolicited dick pics, immediately I go, the rating starts at a 0. Immediately,
Right.
because it's like, I didn't ask for this. Why are you sending this to me? Okay, fine. 0. Let's see. Can I even tell it's a dick? Okay, you get a point. What's the lighting like? Oh, all right, maybe you'll get another point. What's the angle at? If you hit 10, if you actually hit 10, like if you hit like certain criteria where it's like, oh, that's a decent angle, that's some decent lighting, that's, you know, I can tell it's a penis, you actually have some semblance of length, then I start subtracting points for other minuscule stupid things, like where I don't see enough veins. Oh, there's too many veins. Oh, look at, like, why am I looking at your taint? Like, why is it I can see like your ball hair? Why can't I see any ball hair? Automatically, like, if you have no fucking, like, no hair down there, you're automatically docked at least like 6 points minimum, because that disturbs the fuck out of me. Like, I can't. If you don't have hair, then why are you showing me your little baby dick? It doesn't even matter if you have like a fucking like baby's arm. You know, I don't care if you have a third leg. The moment you have 0 hair down there, automatically it goes straight to, yeah, nope. This is tantamount to no. Like, I don't need to be staring at your teeny tiny little baby dick. I get it. You have to shave everything to feel like, you know, you're clean and a man. That must mean you have STDs. Gotcha.
Well, but you know, what's funny is like most women hate like unsolicited dick pics. Well, I hate being solicited for them. It's annoying. And this one time, I got really drunk, and this chick asked me for a dick pic, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I went and I put it in a hot dog bun, put some ketchup on it, took a picture, and sent it to her.
No, see, for me, if you
Fuck you, that was funny.
if you and I have been if you and I have been talking in an amicable and maybe even a flirtatious manner for a while, you know, and you say something along the lines of like that refers to your dick in a manner, then I'll be like, okay, well then feel free to show me. Other than that, I don't want to see your dick.
I got a story for Cadet, man. Goldie cock and the 3 penises.
You see, I just don't like it whenever people ask for that shit, like, period. It's annoying to me. But like, I don't go around asking women for badge pics. So, the thing is, though, ultimately, is if I do end up sending people that shit, it's always going to be some, like, off-the-wall goofy thing. Like, I'm not even going to try. It's not even going to be serious. It's going to have something food-related. Like, I don't even care.
Now, I'm not encouraging this, but I am going to say you do get points for dressing it up in a manner. I'm honestly, like, one of the favorite pictures that I'd ever gotten. This dude had painted he didn't paint, he had tied a little cape around it. Like, right around the head. And I'm just like, okay, that works. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, you dressed it up to make it look nice. Like, okay, there you go.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I just hate it. Like, and in fact, like, I've gone as far as to just immediately block women for asking. I mean, it's just a huge annoyance for me. Like, most guys are all like, yeah, sure, hold on, it'll take usually 20 seconds. It's like, no, man, you have to see my micro penis in person first. Like it's only 2 inches, man. It's nervous. But no, it's just one of those things where I don't know. It's just I'm very old fashioned, I guess. Like I'm on my second my second smartphone ever. I'm just a boomer at heart.
Vash is pressing ham in the general.
But,
Cadunt, can I send you something for later? It is not a dick pic.
Sure, sure.
Cut
They all
that
say.
shit off right now.
Doc,
It's a penis pics. That's what it is. See, Doc's is semantic shirt.
yeah,
listen,
no, like,
Doc, of all the people here, no offense, but you're the last person I would ever want to get a dick pic from.
And
Where's my camera? Where's my
and to
camera?
tell the complete truth, you're the last the person I would want to get a dick pic from either.
Holy crap.
But I have some pretty ones saved. I'm just saying.
I know you do, and I know I don't.
But
yeah,
what if it's wrapped up?
What wrapped up? How?
Like how like
burrito.
Okay,
But yeah.
no, that even
Taco.
then, you know, that's still
like a
like
movie dick.
and it's still an entertainment factor thing. Like if you just send me like just a random dick pic that's like your hand holding your dick, like, oh yeah, look at the size of it, or your hand not even holding your dick, where you're just like, yeah, like there you go, then I'm just kind of I'm judging you.
Yeah.
But if you send me a dick pic where if you send me a picture of your dick and you got the sunglasses over the shaft and like the cigarette tucked between like the dick and balls, like I'll be like, cool, like no, thank you, dude. Like that was entertaining. I'm sharing this with my friends.
Goddamn Kilroy was here.
Wait, did you get one of those? Because that's oddly specific.
Oh my god. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I have.
It's no longer sexual at that point. It becomes more like a meme, I'm guessing.
Yes, it's you're sending it to me like as like a little like entertainment, like come and laugh at this. I'm like, I was gonna laugh at your dick anyway, but now you're actually like giving me permission to laugh at it instead of like, you know, expecting me to be like, oh yeah, your penis, so moist. Like, no, you're doing it like, look at this. It's kind of funny, right? And then I'll actually admire your dick because I'll be like, no, that's actually quite lovely. Like, awesome. Like, I like the way that the sunglasses fit, and it looks like, a Jewish guy smoking because the dick is so long. Like, look at you. Like, you should be proud of that thing,
Where'd I-
mister.
Where'd I put the pop and fresh pastry? I'm gonna send her a pig in a blanket.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vlad blocks women for sending boob pics. So no, I don't know. I guess I'm like really old. Dude. I used to go on date sites, and they would these women would send like fucking just tit pics, and I just immediately blocked them.
I remember the days of CompuServe in some of the chat rooms. They asked all these questions like, "What does it matter? You're behind a computer screen, you know? Like, are you a guy or a girl? Does it matter? Really? Whatever you want. It's I'm behind a keyboard."
It brings a whole new meaning to keyboard warrior.
Oh, there were many times in AOL chat rooms you could always tell when a guy was sliding in acting like a female because they really didn't do it all that well because they were overly friendly. Did it take me too long to get to that joke? I don't know.
Well, that was my challenge going into the lesbian rooms and trying to pawn off. See how long you last before you get made.
You just
End
drop
up
in.
lasting
Anybody
3
want a
years.
scissor?
Yeah, that's an immediate giveaway, by the way, Doc.
I didn't use that one.
Yeah, because the term now apparently is called triving.
No, not even that. Scissoring isn't a real thing that lesbians do.
Yes, it is. Quit breaking fantasies.
They can. I've seen women do that, and I'm just like, stop that. That's just going to cause undue friction. You're going to walk funny tomorrow. I'm the
Listen.
one who's supposed to make you walk funny tonight.
Porn shit is different than real life shit.
Yeah, but sometimes porn inspires people to do that silly shit.
Well,
Yeah,
they
I
only
mean-
do it because they think that's what they're supposed to do because they don't know any better. That means they're
You know-
not real lesbians. They're just like experimenting little twats.
You know what I
Both
used
of
to
you
do?
aren't wrong.
I would just pull out I used to have a copy of the Kama Sutra and then just, be like, hey, girlfriend, let's try this. Wow, I'm really feeling like the boomer right now.
No, because the Kama Sutra is just like, fuck this, bend over.
No, like there was a lot of shit on there though. To be fair, you couldn't pay me to try. Like it was just like some really weird, twisted shit. But I mean, but no, I mean like I don't know, like when it comes to porn and non-lesbian stuff, because I don't. Well, A, I haven't watched porn since I was 17, and B, I think I've only ever saw like one lesbian scene ever in my life that I can even think of. And yeah, no, but it's one of those things where it's like, no, I mean, I can see like a lot of the stuff that I watched in porn, like I've done like after the fact. Like to me, it was just like the tutorial, you know. If that makes any sense.
If I said yes,
Sorry, I'm looking in testicular self-examination. That's a nice collection, Doc.
yeah, that's another added benefit to people who are able to join the Discord. You get to see my balls.
Yeah, they're very nice. Look very smooth too.
I clean them every day.
Yeah.
I touch my balls every single day because I think my balls are worth it.
Oh God, there's a parody there somewhere.
I mean, are you ever thinking about like glossing them?
Go new. Oh, natural. I mean, I'll take the time to shine them up, but as far as like, putting them in a rock tumbler, no, that's not gonna
Oh
happen.
no, hand. I'll always by hand.
No, okay. Well, I do hand polish every day, and
I gotta get
Yeah,
a
that's
copy.
a nice collection.
I try to make sure, to keep it that I give that I give my balls the appropriate amount of time. I don't want to show more time to one ball because I think another would get jealous. But yeah, I'll just sit here at the desk and just fondle my balls.
Where is that Divino's lyrics? I'm gonna make it a parody here. I touch my balls.
By the way, good morning to Bastard Beast in the chat.
I'm Bastard Beast.
Get some Botox on the balls and say, hey, my balls are au naturel. I'm not going to force them to be something that they're not. So, it just so happens that my balls are mostly smooth. Have we talked about balls enough, Kadant?
No.
What do you mean, no? Good God. I'm almost kind of missing Pinoid at this point.
Oh.
Almost.
You guys ran them off.
Oh, you don't want to talk about your balls anymore?
Just say it 3 times, like Beetlejuice.
I would, honestly, I probably could talk about my balls like all night, but then I'd have a comment in the chat from Sir Adamantine to tell me to move on.
Yeah. My balls sag lower than my dick is long.
That's once you get older, you'll come to grips with that. By the way, good morning to Captain Corrosive as well.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said at all.
Oh, that's okay. Wait 20 years and it'll just kick in.
Gravity. I'm throwing it over my shoulder.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that actually would be awesome. I'm sorry, like that would be great.
Yes, Addie's come in with move on. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do my I didn't do my animated character that would beat senseless.
No, you did not.
I'm gonna now this is gonna be kind of what you'd think would be out of my wheelhouse, but I'm gonna go with Princess Peach.
Beating Princess Peach's ass.
Because that bitch, every time you go to save her, it's like, oh, it's not Princess Peach. She's in a different castle. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna go to the bar. You know, I want to see Mario just go fuck this shit, man, and go like get tanked up, hit a strip club, because I'm sure he could find a Princess Peach there, and he wouldn't have to go to another castle.
Doc, don't be upsetty. Have some spaghetti.
Actually, I was legit debating between Peach or Princess Zelda before I made my answer.
Just
No.
shake the tree to get the peach.
She is the definition of a video game tease.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
I would like to also beat the new version of Squirrel Girl into a coma. I mean, she'd come out of it
Okay,
eventually.
so the older version.
Trippy is saying that his balls might be in the pick. Oh, by the way, good morning, Ferdreich.
Hi, Ferdinand.
Although I don't get the Mustache Man reference. I mean, yeah, I used to have a mustache, but Wifey and I made a deal a while back that as long as she doesn't cut her hair, then I will stay clean shaven. And Trippy is heading off, so please do have a good morning, Trippy.
Later, Chips.
Don't get into any trouble. Oh wait,
Later, poops.
never mind.
This is Trippy we're talking about here.
Never mind. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. And I don't even know if we've ever. No, we've never talked to Captain Corrosive. I think I've talked to her once or twice when I jumped in on one of Trippy's streams.
Who?
But you know what? If I can find her on the Discord.
Didn't Irate interview her?
I can't tell you because things like that just kind of blur. I can't tell you all the people that I interviewed, for God's sake.
I mean, I kind of pay attention a little. But I can't watch everybody stream everywhere.
Well, that does make one of us.
You know, and I hate to say it, I have a hard time watching interviews. Like in general.
It
Like, doesn't
depends on the
matter
person
who-
for me.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, it could be some really famous person, and I just can't, like, I can't watch more than like 5 minutes, and my brain just fucking like, oh right, well next thing. Like I don't know, I don't. I guess I just have the attention span of an insect.
For me, it's like the personality type or like what they're really interested in. Like
Actually, yeah.
to
I
me,
can't even watch
otherwise,
live
yeah,
streams.
it's gonna be boring, and I'm honestly not gonna watch it.
No, I can't even watch live streams. Like, I don't know. I just don't have it.
Well, speaking of somebody who came from back in the day in radio, I can certainly listen to a live stream.
Yeah, I like listening.
Yeah, I'm not one who has run away from drama before, and yeah, I kind of do like to listen at times when some people are shitting on other people, but sometimes you get those kind of streams like one of my favorites right now is going to listening to Midnight's Edge, because I'm kind of a comic book geek, and they usually always have that behind the scenes kind of stuff. Or like listening to there's another broadcaster called Doomcock, and he does a lot of behind the scenes for Star Trek and Star Wars movies. I like listening to that kind of stuff.
Nerd.
I used to watch Bill Burr and his podcast. He was pretty funny.
Oh, wait, who?
Bill Burr.
Um,
He's a comedian.
I don't
but
think I've
he
ever
also
listened.
has-
I don't think I've ever listened to his podcast live. But
That's-
but people clip him all the time, and
Man,
I like his stand up.
well, I mean, you can find it unedited on SoundCloud.
I like Joe Rogan, and I can't watch his podcast either. I can't. I just can't. It sucks. I just don't have the attention span. I get bored like really, really quick on that kind of thing.
Well, you know what my Joe Rogan rule is? I will listen to him until he says the phrase DMT, and then I'm done. So I don't have to listen more than like 20 minutes.
Why, you don't like DMT?
Good God. I mean, he's like a missionary going over to the new lands, trying to get people to believe in God. I mean, he just places way too much emphasis on it. I mean, okay, great. It's expanded your life and your consciousness. Great. We get it. Shut up.
I mean, I've had it. It's okay, but it's not really
The
like.
Rogan Inquisition. Screw you. That was funny.
I don't know. I'd like to try a real THC gummy bear though. I heard those are good.
They are.
Aren't. No,
I would like to try it to make my own assessment.
Well, I don't really like edibles because I don't. So whenever I smoke weed, on that very, very rare occasion, it causes like a stimulating effect. It feels like, like I just drink a bunch of caffeine, wires me up. Edibles, on the other hand, do the exact opposite. it's one of those things where, like, if you really like the body high, then I guess edibles would be like your best bet, hands down. But when it comes to like the head high, like the head highs or whatever, no, like you can't. I don't think you can get that from edibles, but that's
Well,
the only thing about weed I like.
I gotta agree with Willie Cogley in the chat. If I could ever get any, I don't have any connections anymore, but I love this. I love the hallucinogens of the LSD. I like it. I like it a lot. But then again, you have to be in that type of mindset, because drugs can do whatever they'll do if your mind lets them. Because there's a reaction to it, but it just all depends on what your attitude is with it. Just like some people who drink alcohol are happy drunks, some are miserable drunks, some are fighting bastards. So it just completely depends on what your mindset is going into it. Because I don't think I've ever let drugs affect me in a negative way that I wasn't already having a negative headspace with to start off.
I don't know. There was a time I was tripping on shrooms before, and I broke one of the neighborhood lawn gnomes because I thought it was following me.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to fight back against inanimate objects. It just happens.
I know. Well, I mean, what happened? Like, I was walking down the road. I was taking a walk because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm feeling it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to, I just want to walk around. So, I passed by one of them, and I feel like that one was staring at me. And so I turned the corner, and there was another one like 3 houses down. And then like I just took off and then turned another corner to try and lose it, and saw another one and kicked the shit out of it and ran off.
That's awesome.
See, I've had some difficulties with mushrooms and peyote because they're legit poison. So you usually have stomach issues with it. Because your body's like, you just fucking poisoned me, I gotta get this out. But with like LSD or acid, never had that feeling. And of course, there's a lot of people saying, oh, well, actually acid's made with strychnine. It's like, no, it's not, you dumbasses. I had a friend who was a chemistry major at OSU. And the thing that they did to help bankroll their funding was they used the chem labs of OSU to make acid. And I got to be a test subject for him. Woohoo! That's truly friends with benefits.
It was experimental chemistry projects.
Well, I for a period of time in my life, I accidentally took LSD for every weekend for 20 months.
Damn.
We had fun. Although the one thing
wouldn't that raise your tolerance up though?
No, because that's one of the things. If you're only taking it once a week, then it goes out of your system in about 3 days. So your tolerance goes right back down to nominal.
Huh. I always wait like 2 weeks to a month.
Nope. It goes right out of you. And when people say that they have flashbacks, that's only if they take an inordinate amount of LSD constantly, because you do have to keep boosting the dosage. Like if you trip on Saturday, sleep on Sunday, try to trip again on Monday, you're going to have to at least double dose. And nobody has ever really overdosed from LSD. There are people who have taken too much at once and have had psychotic breaks.
Yeah, sometimes it can fry the chemistry in your brain.
I watched a documentary like about the hippie generation, and they recorded some dude that was like in the fetal position on a sidewalk, and he was all freaking out because he was afraid that he was going to roll into the street and get squished because he thought he was an orange.
Well, that's because he started off in a bad headspace. I will guarantee you that.
Or he was afraid of oranges.
Well, who's
Now, are
not?
you talking about Dr. Orange? Don't spill
No,
me.
it was just some documentary I saw on the hippie generation, and they recorded like some dude like that was just sitting there on the side of the road in the fetal position, like freaking out.
Oh,
And, like
well, I've got, because I wrote a book about tripping, and I found a documented story, because that the U.S. military wanted to use what was called LSD-25, and they wanted to use it like a truth serum, and they brought in several servicemen, and what they did was they didn't know what the proper dosage was, because like you could legitimately do an eyedropper drop onto a sugar cube and you would trip for like 8-10 hours. You'd only peak for about 3 to 4. That's when it really intensifies. But they were giving these guys a half a glass of LSD-25. They were having them drink 4 ounces of hallucinogen. And a lot of the guys in the studies developed PTSD. Some of them killed themselves, but without fail, everybody who was a part of this testing thing either were driven insane or were completely fucked up from that point on, because they had psychotic breaks, because they weren't told that they were taking LSD. They were just told, here, drink this, and we're going to do an experiment.
yeah.
So yeah, when people talk about, it can make you go insane, blah blah blah, this and that. Well, that's the outlier. If you know that you're going to trip, you have to figure out what your frame of mind is, and if you don't have a particularly good outlook on, losing touch with reality for about 10 hours, then that's probably something you really shouldn't do. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But that DMT though.
See,
I
don't
heard
even
Hitler did the DMT.
I don't even know what DMT does. In my section of the world, we're having an opioid crisis, so I'm sure that kind of designer drug is not going to come around where I'm at for right now.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
all DMT is it just makes you feel like everything's in a dream state.
DMT is a chemical that your brain already produces.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's... And it doesn't last very long. It's like roughly 10-15 minutes of a trip. I mean, you can see some pretty gnarly shit, but I mean, it's effectively like what Vash just said. I mean, it's like, going to sleep and having a dream.
But you're awake at the same time.
Right, right. And I mean, it's nothing like, an opiate or anything like that. It's just like,
Oh,
it feels like more like a variant of LSD, I guess you would say. It's very similar and yet completely different at the same time. I don't know.
by the way, Willie's asking in the chat what was the name of my book. It used to be on Amazon, but they took it off. This was back in the time when I don't know if I could ever put it back on. You know what? I might try that. But it was called A Layman's Guide to Peaceful Hallucinogencia. And it legitimately went into every type of natural, mostly natural hallucinogens. Talked about, how it actually works, what it does on your brain, the different types of the major hallucinogens. I also had chapters on, the do's and don'ts of dosing, activities that you can do safely when you're dosing, and I had a big chapter on toys that you should play with, because a lot of people think, oh well, when you're doing acid, you basically get visual and auditory hallucinations, but it also does kick up your sense of touch. And I've known people who have taken like one of those little bee-filled squishy balls, and they squished it so much during a trip that they popped it. So yeah, there's a tactile sensory thing that goes along with hallucinating. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I like, now. Granted, bear in mind, I haven't done DMT, or whatever. But yeah, and I forgot where I was going with that.
I've
Oh, yeah.
done about half a gram once, and it was all right. Like I was saying, it just feels like you're dreaming. You're in like a dream state.
Well, I've had a lot of people tell me about it. I've had a lot of people try and get me to do it, and I've never done it. But no, I mean, it's. I'm not honestly a huge fan of things that alter reality, I guess you'd say. Like, in the first place, like, I like reality. To such an extreme that, I barely ever drink. I barely smoke pot, if at all ever. Like, I don't really do very. I'm almost straight edge. Almost.
You just refuse to listen to the shitty music.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually, to be fair, like, when I did shrooms, I actually hated Pink Floyd for a long time, until I did shrooms. And then somehow or another, that changed my entire outlook on that band.
There's a certain harshness to current music. Like, I would never suggest that you trip and listen to death metal. I don't think that's going to work out for you.
The heaviest
I wouldn't mind rocking to some Amon Amarth tripping.
the heaviest music I've listened to tripping was Tool.
Well, no, Tool. I think just
You wouldn't
because
wanna
of the
do acid to
complexness.
Twilight of the Thunder God? That'd be fucking awesome.
I think just because of the complexity of Tool's music, that yeah, you probably could trip and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I did. It was fantastic. I loved it. Um, See, the thing is with Pink Floyd is so I played a Tool song, and then for some reason, one of Pink Floyd's fucking songs came on right after, and it was just like I don't know. I weirdly liked it more because, like, bear in mind, like I hated Pink Floyd, like passionately. Did not like a single one of their fucking songs, like at all. Period. And out of all the ones that I had heard, and one of the ones I had heard before came on, and then I like felt like I got some understanding of it that I didn't have before. Um, but yeah, no, I mean like, but when it comes to music, no, I'm a massive fucking snob. Um, like bad. Like I hate like 95% of every movie, song, or video game I've ever played, watched, or listened to. Just like period. Like it just it takes very little for me to just hate something and move on. I don't really do this like scale of 1 to 10 very often. It's like you get one shot. If you fuck it up with this one little thing, I hate it all. Next, like, I just. Whereas everybody else is like, well, this song had a cool guitar solo. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it too. Um, Floyd was around the time when a lot of musicians did a lot of hallucinogens. I mean,
Yeah.
look how hallucinogens changed the Beatles' music, and
Yeah.
and look how prescription pills changed Elvis's music. Oh, that's right, he died. Sir Adamantine in the chat is saying Tool is garbage. I like Tool.
Like Addy, like his favorite band is arguably the most simplistic rock band or not rock. I wouldn't say rock band, arena rock band, like period. And that's like 80. Wow. ACDC or whatever. He said is like his favorite band or one of them, and it's like dude, it's like the most simplistic band. Like, it's such a simple band that other bands make fun of other bands for acting like ACDC by just repetitiously sounding the same with each album. Like, and that's like one of the reasons, like, after a while of listening to ACDC, it'll all just blend together and sound the same after a while.
You
Like,
know,
it just gets so repetitive. Same thing with
actually,
Ozzy.
I think tomorrow, just if we do run tomorrow, I think for Addie's sake, I will play Iron Maiden's "To Tame a Land."
I think isn't that the only one he liked from Maiden?
No, he likes a couple Maiden songs, but that one actually is about Doom. I think it's like an
Yeah, I
8 minute
know what
song.
it is. No, I've listened to every single Iron Maiden song that exists. Yeah, but no, I know the song. I remember him talking about it. I was just making sure it was him. I couldn't remember.
Okay, now now
Um,
now Addie's confusing me because he said Garbage is my favorite band, but you just said Tool is garbage. So with subjective thinking, does that mean that
Wait.
that
Oh my God! Why did you?
what?
Tool is Addie's favorite band.
Yeah. I mean, that's what subjective thinking tells us. Oh my God. Hey, Kadant,
Yes.
can you imagine how the conversation yesterday would have gone with Vlad in here?
No.
You
Oh
mean when Tyro was in the chat in the call?
no, we were talking about with Antihero and Tyro,
I just said
Oh yeah.
art and art and subjectivism.
uh, I don't. Okay, I'm failing to see where I would have said anything any differently from what they probably would have said.
Oh no, I was just making the assertion that you probably would have shat up the stream as much as they did by not understanding what each other was talking about.
Because my immediate interpretation of that is just basically the importance of art being left to the or left open for interpretation. That was just the first thing that came to mind.
Well, yeah, but Anti's assertion was that that porn is not artistic.
Because
But
art has to evoke emotion.
Wait, I couldn't hear you, Kadant. You're low again.
Because art evokes emotions. That was the general consensus.
You're still really low, even on the audio readings on OBS.
Anti was saying art evokes emotions.
Well,
so's porn.
But by that definition, if you whack off to porn, there's a feeling horny is an emotion.
No, he was stating that lust does not equate an emotion because that's more of a, you can fuck and feel desire and lust without there being any sort of emotion involved.
Oh, and by the way, I do have to mention this, that those who are watching, who are in the essentially the IRS Discord, if you have any song suggestions for the lead-in for shows, we have something called the Lobby Soundtrack. We have the Lobby Soundtrack room where you can post links to songs that you want to hear us play before we go in. And what?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
And so, yeah, if there's something that you really want to hear, then yeah, put it in there. Just no fucking Miley Cyrus, because that gets us blocked worldwide. Apparently, no Ozzy Osbourne, because that gets us blocked worldwide. But then again, that's why we play the music as a lead-in, because if we have to, then we'll just mute that song so everybody can listen to the stream on a rebroadcast, and God knows why people listen to the stream on a rebroadcast. But because most of the fun is here.
They might just like listening to it as like background, like for their works or the workouts and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say something on the porn thing, real quick.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah. So here's my view. First off, there is a distinction between what is artistic and what is art. So something that is art can be not artistic in nature, but still end up being art. So, like, I would argue with porn, you can have pornography that isn't necessarily artistic, meaning you're just recording somebody fucking. There's nothing artistic about that whatsoever. However, the moment that you record it and it's on a medium, which is essentially moving photographs, which is what video is, then it becomes art. Now, you could make the argument that it's not art because it's not evoking emotion, but just because it's not evoking emotion in you doesn't mean it doesn't evoke emotion. And if it's not intended to evoke emotion, that doesn't necessarily mean it isn't art, because it can be art unintentionally.
Well, that's the reason why I put forward in the conversation that art is subjective. There's never going to be a general consensus. But and bless his heart, Tyro was trying to find logical absolutes for it.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh yeah, your brain would have fucking melted just like Anti's did.
First off, okay, like this is the thing. There is no objective thing about art. Art is so far away from being even remotely objectively measurable in any respect that to even bother trying to objectify it hurts my brain. Like it melts it away. Anything and everything that can affect you personally, like whether that be emotionally or psychologically, etc., automatically just stops being objective by its very nature.
No, apparently people can be wrong about their objective subjective opinions, that they're wrong. And because if as soon as you know you're right and you can correct people, and therefore instead of it being subjective, it is then become objective, because objectively you are right, or some such nonsense. I don't know.
By the way,
Okay,
Addie in the chat is saying it's like being in a coffee shop with a bunch of stoners.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Vlad, you are going to save yourself a lot of gray hairs if you do not listen to that stream that we had yesterday.
here's the thing, and I just have to say this. This is one of the reasons why. This is one of the arguments I've had with Tyro actually several times where I've had to repeat myself. See, and I've said this same example several times. Here is a mountain. The mountain is objectively there, not because you can see the mountain, but because you can measure the mountain. You can measure your distance from the mountain. That's the only reason the mountain is there. Now, objectively. Now, subjectively, it's beautiful. It's enticing. You want to climb it. You want to measure it. You know, you basically just objective simply just means that which can be measured. Anything subjective, which is the contrary to that, cannot be measured objectively, because they are two entirely indistinguishable, or sorry, not indistinguishable. There are two entirely different polarized things. Like one's heads, one's tails. Like you can't actually sit there and intermingle them like that. Like this is so simple. Like this is literally 5th grade science. Like this is philosophy 101. Like you like it's just simple shit.
Well,
Like,
but we were having last night. I will assign the roles because it's mostly my show. That you were having a philosopher arguing with a statistician. That's pretty much how it was. Anti being the philosopher, Tyro being the statistician, and me being the debate coach going, wait. Let's define the parameters first before we debate this.
And then there was the cunt who was making cunty trolly remarks without any real seriousness to them.
You know what? I remember her. I like her. She has spunk.
She's got moxie.
Oh, moxie! That's right. She's got moxie. She's got vim and bigger.
Well, the thing is, I disagree with both sides. as well anyway, because like when it comes to the art thing, like what constitutes art, so like there's a lot that goes into filmmaking that a lot of people don't fucking like actually grasp whatsoever. Like angles, lighting, etc. Like with porno, which is another form of cinematography, there is a lot of like other than just some random video of people on their couch fucking in one angle.
Well, there's a difference between being artistic and doing art. And good morning in the chat, Lord Byron.
Yeah,
We haven't seen you for a long time.
Well, there
What's
is.
up, Lord Byron?
And the thing is, in my viewpoint, like I don't necessarily agree with the definition. It must evoke emotion. I think that art can just as easily evoke desire. I don't think it should entirely. I think limiting it to emotion is fundamentally wasteful. I don't know. Like I don't see it that way. If something can get like, so lust or desire is just as subjective as an emotion, and of course is also immeasurable, unmeasurable rather. So like it falls into like the same fucking category. And so saying that porn isn't art to me is just like
You know, within the timing out of Vival Ninja, there's been some good things said. Oh God, chat, I love you. You guys are awesome.
But yeah, like I don't know, like I could sit there and be like, hey, fucking anti-hero, watch this porn real quick, and I'm gonna run you through angle by angle by angle by angle and explain to you every single cinematic purpose for every single angle.
All right, so I know that like this isn't anywhere near what you necessarily intended with that, but I mean, I have a different imagery in my head now that you said you're gonna run him through angle by angle.
Oh, well, that's gay, but that's not what I meant. But yeah, no, like I had this argument with somebody a long time ago, not porn related, where we were talking about where I was complaining that they had their fucking camera in their videos like above them pointed down, and I was like bitching about it and saying and we got in an argument because I said, dude, it makes you look like a pitiful piece of shit. Like everything you say just looks like you're fucking whining. And you're like, what do you mean? And then I had to like sit down and like hardcore explain like the purpose behind a fucking camera angle and why that one in particular was fundamentally retarded. And yeah, like it's just one of these things where there's a lot of art involved with cinematography that a lot of people just don't get. Like people don't even see cuts when they're watching a movie. They think it in their head it just kind of all runs together and it's all just like it feels like to them feels like the movie's just one big scene. Like to a lot of people because it just like that's kind of how it's meant to be. But for me, like I'm seeing every cut, every angle while I'm watching movies. I can't just not. It sucks. But I think that desire and emotion kind of run hand in hand as far as what's intended to be provoked with art. You know, like that's just like something that I think art is, in my opinion. Basically, art is meant to evoke anything that lies within the subjective realm, is all. And trying to objectify it with anything is the only way you can make art objectively valid, or the only way you could objectify it, I guess you would say, where you can say like, this is objectively true about art is if you said there is this many paintings, or on average, paintings weigh about this much, or use this much paint, or are within this size, or you see what I'm saying? Like, I just hate it when people throw the word objective around. It's pissing me off.
And like I said, when we got into this, it was the whole, we need to define our terms first before we could go into this, because it was going to get squirrely quick, and it got squirrely quick. By the way, let me ask you this, Kadan, because I'm truly interested. There is a person who has a grievance with another person, and they were asking if they would be allowed to come on to the IRS and air the grievance for them to talk. Are you thinking good idea or bad idea?
I'm thinking sounds like they want to use IRS as the neutral platform for blood sports.
Does this involve me in any facet?
No, the last one we did was between Pinoid and Antoine. And that actually did not end badly. I mean, later on down the line it ended badly, but not on the show.
I feel like it involves me.
You probably have guilt in everything, Vlad.
Well, I know. It's just I feel like it's unlikely that anybody is going to have an issue with Buzz or Vash.
Oh no, I'm not talking about anybody who's on tonight.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant right now.
No,
Sorry.
No, we're getting too close to the end. If that's something that's going to happen, it's going to happen at the start of the show, so we can get back into the having fun. Because there's a person who has a general dislike for another person, and since I know both of them, they're wanting me to mediate them getting together and having a discussion. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think that the other person is going to want to have a verbal conversation. So I think the deck is already stacked against this, but I was just wondering what your thoughts were on it.
Me.
Just,
like if they actually want to have if it's going to be an actual conversation. Oh, okay, cool.
well, yeah, because
But-
when things started to get heated up with Antoine and Pinoid and a little bit of Anti, I mean, both of us were right there, playing hockey goalie,
Who is?
kicking them back into play. By the way, Lord Byron, I did DM you in the Discord and sent you a link. So if you're of the mind, drop on in. See, he gets special privilege because he's drawn one of my favorite avatars. Because anytime he draws me as an avatar, I'm usually laying on the floor drunk and passed out.
Doc, be honest. He gets special privilege because he's white.
And he's Australian. White Australians, they're hard to find, from what I've heard.
Well, if they're not white, they're abos.
Or they could have been Kiwis that just snuck onto the island.
Yeah, this is true too. The import Aussies.
Sneaky little Kiwis. I'm not going to tell you who, Addy. He's been shitting on the show from the chat and won't come on. So no, I'm not telling you. Maybe in the after stream.
I can tell you it's not me, Eddie. How about that?
Buzz is fine.
Well, wait a minute. He's getting close to work, and we're getting close to the end. So
I'm getting close to bedtime.
Oh, we try to end it at a reasonable time. Kadant believes 2 to 3 hours is cool because that's once you get to this time of the night, that's pretty much the. Would you say that's the stamina that you have left?
Me?
Meh?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Kinda, yeah.
And me, I kind of like the 2 to 4 hour window. You know, just doing that full hour. You've been here 4 hour.
I just want to know who this person that wants to air grievances is and who with.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
How long has this stream been going so it can end and I can find out?
We are done in like 20 minutes.
Ah,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's not a long time.
To
yes, it
you,
is.
Oh, come on. You can make
you
this.
like the 3 to 4 hour mark. I'm not I don't know. I don't like the long stream kind of thing.
Kadant.
Yes.
Who can turn the world on with a smile? Who can take that nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. I just sang the Mary Tyler Moore theme to you, Kadant. You know why?
Keep going on. We got 18
No.
minutes left. Keep singing.
Do you know why, Kadant?
No, I don't.
Because you're gonna make it after all.
I had a feeling.
More than a feeling. Sorry.
I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night.
Tonight's gonna be a fight night.
Let's. Oh, there was one thing that I wanted to check out. We didn't do a lot of no context tweets tonight.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to take responsibility for that. Although I did tweet a shit ton of dick pics. So
I saw those.
there's that. Where's? I gotta see what he's saying. So, where's my Google Translate? Okay, yeah, it's called Google Translate. We translate shit. Yes, we're doing a detect language. Okay, why the fuck are you putting that in the chat, Thomas Bird?
What?
Thomas Bird is doing some strange language. And now he's saying that Leaf has schmexy tits, ass, and feet and sheet. Well, yeah, I know it's Hebrew now because I put it in the translator. And the translator says she has a sexy body, toes, and boobs to die for. Mother raped her. Yeah. Just no comprende, señor. Je ne parle pas français. Addie has made the comment. Ninja's been so quiet tonight. So quiet, Ted. Kadant, he's making us money, I guess.
Oh. What?
Well, and people want to de-wrench him, yeah. How did I not know that was Hebrew? I'm simply not Jewish. Nothing that I ever needed to study as a child. It's a Godbotherer reference? Oh, okay. I will trust in that. That's like kind of part of the neighborhood that I don't go around in.
All right, I guess I'm just gonna show. I'm about to pass out.
Are you ready to shill?
Yeah, I'm about to die of sleep deprivation.
Okay, well let me confer with my colleague. Kadant,
Yes.
what time is it?
Shill, bitches.
And there we go. We'll pop those ads. Bang! There they are. Vlad, please feel free to go first.
My name is Annie Vlad, and I have a YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/AnnieVlad. And on there, you can find the occasional response video, aka impalement video, where I impale random stupid ideas that random stupid people give on the random stupid thing we call the internet. Also, you can follow me on www.twitter.com/AnnieVlad, where I say stupid shit on the internet. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. There's my social media presence, I guess. Next.
And you could always put it over in the chat as well.
I'm gonna make those lazy bitches type.
No. Okay, well that's gonna get you far. Buzz?
Well, same. I put the microwave bowl link in the description. Christmas is coming. $15 shipping in the U.S. I got your honeybee ready like 2 days, Doc.
Oh, don't tease me, mister.
And then everybody wants the microwave bowls, whatever. Hit me up in the DMs. I do vinyl decals. I do all kinds of crazy stuff. A lot of it's on my channel. Hope to have some new videos coming up pretty soon. But other than that, I'm in Christmas mode, getting stuff ready to sell. So
It sounds like maybe a couple more videos would definitely be a very good marketing tool as well.
I know I gotta work on a few. I just finished up a new Halloween prop tonight. Modified a dollar store trinket, which turned out pretty good.
I'm a Dollar Tree fan myself, so I kind of like to save a buck, but when it's good, then wait a minute. Evil Dead Ed is saying he gets honey from hornets. No, you don't. I ought to smack you, Evil Dead Ed. Of course, I do know the secret of getting dragon milk. Do you know where you get dragon milk from?
Dragon titties.
I guess one source, I guess.
No, you get them. This is real life stuff. Come on now. You get dragon milk from a cow with short legs.
Because the udders be dragging.
I didn't even get an on that one. Really? That's a classic dad joke. Vash, it was your first time here. What'd you think? Oh my God, we've made him retarded. He no longer
No,
has the
maybe
ability
the
to
IRS
speak.
worked for him and he fell asleep.
Well, you know, if he fell asleep. And look at that. AP, what are you doing?
Hey, Adonis.
Good morning, AP. We're just getting ready to sign off, but we're going to have an after chat if you're bored and want to stop by. So, Vash? Is he muted? Flipping screens. No, it doesn't look like he's muted. Vash! Are you still with us? Vash, clean up in aisle 5. Clean up in aisle 5. I don't know.
Doc, he probably fell asleep.
No, he got suicided.
You know, I would say that would be a first. If in fact that this is his first time on and he fell asleep, I don't know anybody who's done that. That's hardcore, rookie. Wait a minute, I see his flashing on and off, but if you are trying to speak with us from the nether realms, get closer to your mic.
It's a damn haunted mansion right now.
I think he's snoring.
Wait a minute. Okay, let's all be quiet for just a second. And so.
Close enough.
I was going to say, that's an appreciative fart. Vash?
Hey, sorry, it's skipping a little bit.
You didn't fall asleep, did you?
No,
You wouldn't be lying to me, would
my
you?
signal goes in and out.
Because I've been told there's a place in hell for liars. We are at the shilling phase. So, Vash, what would you like to shill?
Well, Knights of the Coffee Table, Accelerate, and Sunrise, and Stone Monkey.
By the way, tell those boys that if they want to get an ad card on, they got to give it to me. Tell them make some art, advertising what they do. And we'll get them on this scroll that we're playing right now. So I think that brings me around to my co-host, Kadan, my partner in crime. What would you like to show?
Doc Streamlabs, go do it. Other than that, like, no, like I'm fading, Doc. Like I'm fading. I'm not thinking right now. Go throw money in Doc Streamlabs, people, before I fall asleep.
Well,
after I fall asleep, I don't fucking.
now here's something that I'd like your opinion on, because usually when we have somebody take over the stream boss, grab the belt, it's usually like middle to the later part of the program. And Gulf City Outlaw just walked in and threw a beating in like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So would this count? Would this show count as his first day?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we will certainly say
Well,
there
actually, you know what? No,
no.
because there's been other people who have done it at the beginning before, and you didn't allow it. So we're not gonna make any exceptions.
Okay. So you have to have a full show.
That's what you had said before.
Well, then I'm glad you're keeping me to the word that I have forgotten about. Because I'm old. And things like this happen. And one of these days, one of these days they're going to find something positive about Alzheimer's. And in that moment, I am going to dance around like Michael J. Fox.
Well, do you have Alzheimer's or do you have some timers?
Yeah, I got some timers right now.
Well, technically, I've got Weisenheimer's. Or at least that's what my grandmother diagnosed me with when I was very young. That's probably the reason why I always had to go out to the tree and pick my own stick to get whipped with. Boy, you go pick your switch.
It's about the size of your thumb.
And it's part of somebody's comedy act. I think it was Eddie Murphy's, where he talks about, you go out to the tree and you couldn't do that bullshit where you pick like the smallest stick and the weakest stick possible, because then she would go grab the tree and beat you with it. So yeah, it had to be one of those where you could hear the wind cut when you were whipping it, because if somebody told you get your own switch, you're testing it as it goes.
All right, I'm
Hearing
out.
that. Oh yeah. So I will say this, because I believe I lost my co-host. Cadunt has an amazing Twitter that she tweets upon, as well as some astonishing content on her YouTube channel. So definitely go check her out. Give her a like, give her a subscribe, give her a follow. But follow from a distance. And so, yeah, if you want to throw money at the show, you certainly can. That's where the Streamlabs comes in. And tomorrow we'll be starting the reign of the new Internet Champion of the World. And what a reign it may be. Could this be Gulf City Outlaws' quest for the GOAT? We will find out. And of course, below that is my Patreon. And the Patreon, if you want to throw money at me there, then, well, those who do know that that's for my liquor. So you are not a patron when you donate to me. You're an enabler. And I thank you for that. And in celebration of Gulf City Outlaw retaking the title, I think technically he's kind of like the John Cena of the IRS. He's been taking that belt.
Do, 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 do.
Dun, 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 dun. So I'll get my drink of water here.
For the finest in bootleg Medicare merchandise,
look no further than Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store. That's right, Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store, now featuring Insomnia Ramble Stream merchandise. So stop by Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store and buy something. Damn it. And with that, I would like to thank everybody who appeared on the show this evening, which includes Pinoid News, Vash Lancet, Buzz of the Hive, and Anu Vlad. But of course, the show is only as fun, or 50% of the fun is held on the stream. The other 50 is right there in the chat that is being just completely blocked out by a Viable Ninja being timed out. But hey, that's where some of the fun comes. And we do thank our chat because, you know, if you've got a good take and it's germane to the conversation, then expect us to get you onto the Discord and also get you onto the stream. And who knows, we'll make your monkey ass famous in the overnight internets. So for the people who are on the stream, for the people in the chat, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. And from my mystical, magical, malevolent, maleficent, Mandingo co-host, Cadunt, and myself, Doc Griffin, thanks everybody for coming out. And if you could please just do me one favor, leave the money on the dresser. Bye.